another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
And hello. Ooh, wait a minute, I got a catch. Can't do it. Okay. I got a catch. Wait a minute. I don't know what's been going on lately, honey. It must be in the air. Oh, I was trying not to do it, honey, but wait a minute. We just take it to the end. Woo-hoo! Okay, we can get it out, honey, but who trying to get that bitch? The damn train derailed. What's going on? What's going on to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers, honey? What's your tea? What's your tea? What's your tea? Oh, honey, it's another glorious day, and I know you know what time it is, honey. You got all of your crumpets together? Because, darlings, it's time to dish tea. And you are dishing tea, darlings. With Big Meat. What's up? Honey, listen. Today is February 18th, 2022. And today I'm a little in a somber mood. Y'all know I'm going through 1 year anniversaries and carrying on right of everybody who passed last year. And today would have been my cousin Tenero. She would have been 56 today. And then tomorrow, my little sister, Lil Meech, it would be her 1 year anniversary of passing tomorrow. So, yeah, I've just been in that kind of place, you know. But only thing it's done is that I just put today has just been a lounge lay around day because yesterday was my run around day. Child, I did so much running yesterday, child, it's ridiculous. So yeah, but we're here and we're going to get some things together. We got a lot to cover today, honey. We got a lot to cover today up in here. So, child, we're gonna get started, okay? We're gonna cut the formalities. Nikki, you ready? She ready? Okay, girl. Cause we got a bunch of fuck shit up in here today, girl. When I say fuck shit, fuckery, honey, to the umpteenth fuckery degree.
Like, it's so hard to count.
Just fuck station.
It's just
okay. It is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, to where it really just doesn't change the trajectory of the show a little bit today.
Yeah, because I told you when I text you back, like the shit with the verdict, it physically made me sick. Y'all, I've been in the bed most of the day. Thank God Lily was being a big girl today. She's been playing in her room since she came home from school, watching TV and stuff up there. Like, it's one of those points where you just get to the thing and it's like, you know what? First one on my seat, like I'm ready to just bust somebody in the face. And I shouldn't be at that. And it was making me physically ill to listen to the boy's family, his mom, his dad, his brother, his baby mom. And I was glad that somebody told her, no, bitch, I ain't forgiving you, and I'm not even gonna say your name.
Right. Wait a minute.
You ain't had the courtesy to say that about my son. You kept calling him the driver.
Okay, you know what? Hold on. Let's do this because let's set this in context. Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No.
So many stories, and this is one at the.
Because this is right here. So let's put a little context to it. so that folks will know exactly what's going on. What I'm about to do here, and hopefully this won't get us in trouble, because when we play videos and stuff, I'm not sure what
What we
permission
can
we're
play
supposed
and
to
what we
get,
can't.
and this,
Yeah.
that, and the other, because this here is breaking news. It's news. So some of the shit that I got are coming from direct news outlets and carrying on. And so, yeah, and then when it comes down to sharing content from other people, maybe another YouTube blog or whatever, they have it out to where the feelers are out,
Yeah.
and they may try to do a
I
copyright
think what we're
infringement.
gonna have to do, unless it happens like right before we about to go on, I think what we're gonna have to start doing is downloading some of those things and
Yeah,
putting some edits and stuff in there to make
yeah,
sure we give the credit to where it came from, and along with maybe a little bit of our stuff.
right,
Maybe
right, right.
because it's getting really, like, the waters get really murky when you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
with all of this, and in order for us to do what we do, we want to make sure that we give you the information like it's supposed to be given. At the same time, all of us are out here doing our thing, and I don't want folks to think that we're just trying to hijack your shit,
Right.
and all of that. So having preference to that, I said all that to say, if you're looking at this in a recap and it's not there, it's because I end up having to take it out. But
Right.
what I have been doing lately is that if it's not costing me a copyright infringement strike against my account, fuck it. I just won't monetize that episode, because right now the information is most important to me.
Right. And if we especially if we taking it from YouTube, most of the YouTubers just want to be acknowledged that this is where I got it from.
Right.
That's the senses I have gotten from other people when they say, well, they stole my shit and they didn't even tell nobody
Give me
where
the
it came
credit.
from.
Okay. But let's put
Yeah,
this
that's
particular thing in context. I'm gonna start here with the judge.
Officer Kimberly Potter was trying to do the right thing. Of all the jobs in public service, police officers have the most difficult one. They must make snap decisions under tense, evolving, and ever-changing circumstances. They risk their lives every single day in public service. Officer Potter made a mistake that ended tragically. She never intended to hurt anyone. Her conduct cries out for a sentence significantly below the guidelines. Okay, thank you.
Right.
First of all, bitch, it'd be so many black people going to jail for so much less
You
and
know,
get so much more time. How do you know her intentions? And she don't get that excuse because she's the trainer. So
she was
she
a training officer. Exactly.
that should
Exactly.
not be given to her. Because if you as the trainer can't get it right, that means you
Boom.
a whole
That
bunch
you-
of motherfuckers out
That
there
came right behind you in your direct training care are learning wrong. Exactly. Okay. But wait,
I don't accept that. I don't accept that.
I
as
don't
an
accept it either.
excuse.
I don't accept it either. And I don't know what she was crying for, the officer, or she was crying for the situation.
She was crying for that bitch because she just kept on. She didn't
Right.
mean.
But
How you know?
But wait, hold on.
And you ain't even white. You look like you a little Asian or something.
Hold on. Let me give you this. Because this one shook me. It's a line in here that shook me. Hold on.
Kim Potter murdered my son, and he died April 11th. Today, the justice system murdered him all over again. To sit there and watch, pouring my heart out in my victim impact statement that took so long to write, and I reread it over and over again, to not get a response out of the judge at all. But then when it came down to sentencing Kim Potter, she broke out in tears. So once again, we are standing here to say that we're very disappointed in the outcome. Yes, we got a conviction, and we thank everybody for that. But again, this isn't okay. This is the problem with our justice system today. White women tears trumps.
Wow.
Trumps justice. And I thought my white women tears would be good enough because they're true and genuine. But when they're coerced, coached, and taught by the defense attorney, I guess we didn't have a win in this at all. Thank you.
Wait.
First, when she said y'all murdered my child all over again, that just almost took my damn soul out of here.
Baby, she
White
said,
woman's tears, baby.
she said a white would see. I knew a white woman's tears trump just. She said, but I thought my white woman's tears.
But no, baby, because this the day when they showed you about your little nigga son.
And that's exactly what she was saying.
That's exactly what she was trying to say.
I
know she can't say it like that, but baby, we got it for you.
Baby, when I first heard that, my heart just hit my foot.
Because now you got to think, because she got other kids. The oldest son is white, right? That was the oldest son.
Yeah, I think
Would
so.
it been the same if it happened to the other son? You know what broke me a little bit? When his dad said he was the thing that made me better.
Yeah.
He made me better. You took because you, trainer. I wouldn't take this from anybody else either, but it's especially crazy for me to say that it's okay for the person that's supposed to be training the other police officers coming in didn't know the difference between her goddamn taser and her gun.
Right.
Well, we know her gun is heavier. Exactly. Yes, it is, JoJo. A slap in the damn face. But you know what? It's the same slap we keep getting. Hey, baby. It's the same slap. We turning our cheeks without nobody even asking us to.
Okay.
This shit is so disrespectful.
I sat down there. I was like, ooh, and that there needs to be the quote that rings throughout this world, because this biracial baby, who's all, and we always say that, honey, it's a sad shame that our country still abides indirectly or no, not indirectly, it's directly, but that's not the word I'm trying to use. I should say covertly in the one drop rule. Okay, because this biracial baby hurt when she said a white woman's tears trumps justice, but these white woman's tears did nothing, and they were coming from truth. They were coming from truth and sincerity. But
maybe if y'all missed it, if it went over your head, please just go back and center yourself and listen to what she's saying, because she's letting you know, I don't give a damn how white I was, because that was my black baby that died, and they don't give a flying fuck about me looking like this because he looked like that.
Because he looked like that. Exactly. That's where it is. Because he looked like that. Okay. Now let's go into a bigger discussion, because number one, we all, most of us are very emotionally charged, because bitch, you only gave her 2 years.
Not even a 5. Not even a 5 to 10. Bitch, you gave her 2 years. That's all that boy life was worth.
And the charge is only manslaughter. It's not even murder. It is manslaughter.
The way she kept saying, she made a mistake. Are you fucking kidding me? Bitch, even if you believe that, why would you say that out loud?
Here, my thing is this. Every time I look at that, and she keeps saying taser, 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 but every time you said taser, bitch, you was pulling the goddamn trigger.
Exactly. Your taser.
The first time you pulled the motherfucking trigger, bitch, you knew it wasn't a taser. Even if you said you forgot and whatever, I'm trying to give you all of that. I'm trying to give you all of that because I understand when you in the moment. I understand that moment.
But you didn't stop.
You did not stop after a taser goes zzz, a gun went pow. Okay. The sound
and again, you are the trainer.
Yes.
So in those situations, you're supposed to have the coolest head out of anybody because you're supposed to be superbly trained for when that happens.
You've been on there for what they said she was on there 26
20 years. 20 something years.
Okay. So here in this, Mister, you know the difference between that because hell, they just started using tasers, what, maybe 7, 8 years ago?
That's it.
They wasn't using tasers your entire career.
When his mama said, and when y'all pulled him, the way y'all pulled him out of that car and drugged him like he wasn't nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get 2 years, and it's manslaughter, so she might not even do the 2 years.
Exactly, because she'd get out in 6 months, honey, for good behavior. If she don't go up in there and tear up nothing, honey, she can get out in 6 months.
And she's not going to because she's going to be in protective custody. So what the fuck? She ain't going to be able to do nothing unless she lose her mind in protective custody.
Now,
she's going to be fine.
Here's where the real slap in the face will come. Is if her lawyers finagle her to be on house arrest. Well, she had to wear
traumatic. It has devastated their whole family.
I'm
sick of that shit.
I am real tired. See, this here again, going to this system, to this criminal justice system, and again, here we go. Now this is going to sound that way, but this is the second woman judge that we done had that showed some fucking emotion to the defendant. Because remember, Miss Black Woman wanted to hug Miss Thing and pray for her and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that went into the baby's apartment, claiming that you was in the wrong apartment. How you not know your shit,
bitch? Come on.
Okay, but this woman, she wanted to go and pray for her and things of that nature in front of, and I think that was just an insult to do that in front of the family.
I thought it was a total slap in the face to that damn person's family.
Yeah.
You that fucked up that you shouldn't have been drinking anyway. You should have been charged with all kinds of shit.
It was one thing for the brother to do it. Okay.
Because if the family feel like they want to forgive you, that's fine. You're supposed to be impartial.
Impartial. Yes.
You're supposed to be impartial. So is this bitch over here who I felt like she made a mistake. Bitch, shut up. Because that ain't your job to show emotions for that shit.
That there is where I am with all of this.
You could have kept that shit in your chamber.
Anything, because see, now what it does, it questions the integrity of the justice system. Because if you can show emotion to these particular people, where is the emotional charge or this compassionate carrying on when it comes down to these particular sentences and things, especially
where the time is not fitting the crime.
No. Especially when you know you got folks who have never been in trouble before, don't have any kind of records or whatever, but you're trying to make an example out of them.
Yeah, remember that's what happened to Marley.
I know. Okay.
You know, there was no compassion in that courtroom. That judge actually said, when our lawyer asked for first-time offenders, right? I never been in trouble, like ever. He said, I'm not giving him first-time offenders because he was a bad shot. He shot in the air, sir. He wasn't a bad shot. That was a 9mm. He could have let that thing rip. When he fired it, his dumb ass, who didn't know gun control, realized, because the first thing he said was, I thought it was on safety. I thought it was on safety. Like, he panicked. He just was that mad that he thought he was. So where was the leniency when you took my 17-year-old and put him in a grown man's prison when he had never been in trouble before?
Right.
You put him in a grown man's prison. And now he's a totally different person because he had to be in a grown man's prison for 2 years. 2 years to a 17-year-old who's so used to having his family around. Now it's only him, and he got to fight for his little 17-year-old life.
Right.
Where's the compassion then? You want to make it, like you said, you want to make an example out of that person. But you let the person who
We're
started all
making
the shit
examples.
because of the way she looked.
Right.
But she had been arrested 5 or 6 times
We're
for
making
prostitution
examples.
before that.
And we're trying to set precedents and carry on. But here's why I wanted to bring up the idea of gender in this, because this here's a very pivotal thing, because right now we are looking for a new Supreme Court judge, and I know our president said he's adamantly looking for a black woman. Okay, but here we have two specific cases. Okay, I'm going to say particular. I wasn't going to say Pacific, so I was going to say particular. I was not going to say Pacific, because y'all don't know the word is specific with an S.
Pacific is what
Okay.
it is for. Pacific is the ocean.
Right. But we have two specific cases where there were women judges, and one of them was and they're both women of color, but one was a black woman. Okay, that show these kind of emotions and compassions and all of that for the defendant, and hugging and praying and all this kind of stuff, and crying and blah 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 blah. And so and I'm just going on a limb here, and this is a pot stirring moment, because it makes it look
women
like
look weak. Like, no, you can't do that job.
Right. And so I'm throwing that out there because I'm sure I'm not the only person who's thinking this way. Okay,
Yeah,
and then that's not my fault.
Being emotional,
Right?
You can't be impartial.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't feel nothing. What I'm saying is, it's your job to not show it.
Right. Exactly.
So get some acting lessons, ladies, or something.
Exactly. Or if you're going to be emotional, honey, then sit up there and tell us why. Put that on the record. You know, I'm sitting up here, and cases like this frustrate me, or they do me in, because on both sides of this.
Right. Don't be on one side.
I understand.
You made that family act like it was
Right.
their fault that she killed him.
Right. On both sides of this.
Like, she made me do it. Like,
right.
He made me do it. No, bitch, you pulled the wrong thing.
And just like the mother said, I was expecting something. I had to rewrite this. I had to keep reading it and reliving this. And you said nothing. You didn't give me. Where's the tissue for me?
Not a damn drop.
Okay, nothing. And only thing you got was you started crying because the woman is sitting up there saying, and you want to give her, oh my God, she made a mistake. She made a mistake.
What happened to those kind of mistakes is the reason why we here.
Right.
You are supposed to be held to a higher standard. What happened to that speech?
Right.
You are the one who is supposed to be training our new officers coming in here. How dare you get up there and then say you didn't know the difference?
Right.
Where's that speech?
Exactly.
Because I want to hear that.
Exactly.
Whether it was a mistake or not, you aren't the one that's allowed to make the mistakes. Because if you make mistakes, everybody you train will make mistakes.
Right. And that kind of mistake. And because what we want to do is, I want to make sure we still understand that you are human, because one of the things we don't want to get into this thing of is that we're trying to train machines like the military.
Right. But after 27 years of training people, bitch,
boom.
You, you
are a trainer, a trainer. Okay, you're out here with the rookie and trying to go. No.
I would love to hear from some of the officers that was around how you feel about it. I mean, I'm sure it'll be that what is that? Who needs free Grammarly? How does that work?
I don't know. That's Red. I'm going to bring him up in here to explain this stuff.
I don't need no damn Grammarly. I speak perfect English and perfect Ebonics.
Come on up in here. Yeah. She could have cried while making that speech you just said, Aunt Nikki, but no.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Why you got your mic muted?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now.
I was like, that went right over your head.
There we go.
Oh.
That was for Nay. I said we should have a way for her to do Grammarly for free.
Oh. Probably. Let me check when we get done.
She got a paper that she got to turn in. She back in school too.
Okay. I'll check.
Okay. So, good evening. Good evening.
How
But having that that there is that. But I'm gonna play this other clip. I'm gonna tie these stories together because see this here we upset about this damn verdict because 2 years ain't no damn time. Ain't no time, and I'm pissed off about that because I'm like, how in the hell did you let that come out of your motherfucking mouth? Okay.
how did she come up with that?
And then on top of it,
Wait. Didn't they just give somebody 5 years for aggravated battery? They didn't even kill nobody.
Marley got a 10-year sentence. He had a 10 do 2. He ain't touched nobody, fight nobody, stab nobody, shoot nobody, none of that. And he got 3 counts of aggravated assault. Tell me how the shit fuck that work.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but she got 2 years, and we know she'll be out in 6 months because 6 months to maybe 9.
Was that the minimum?
I don't know if that was the
2
minimum
years
or
the
not.
minimum?
Possibly, I don't know. I have to look at that because when I heard 2 years, I shut down.
Listen, when I heard 2 years, my whole body, I literally been the only time I left out the house today was to go pick up Lily from school. I literally been in my room most of the day.
I'll be between the room and the house.
I just didn't. And then as I'm going through the other news feeds, there's just so much dumb shit today.
Right. But see, this is what everybody feels like. Y'all check this out.
Let's go. Let's go outside.
There's black. There's a difference between black and niggers.
Hey, tell Kiara, watch out.
Oh shit!
Shut your goddamn mouth. Come out your mouth again. Goddamn mouth. Watch your goddamn mouth.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Shut your mouth already.
Thank you.
Yeah, make sure I get up out of here, Lauren.
I have no qualms, no sympathy, no nothing.
Not a damn drop.
Not one.
People are saying it, and you know what? See, because these older motherfuckers, you think it's still 1946, 1953, whatever the fuck, you stuck in Jim Crow, motherfucker. Fuck you. Say it and get fucked up. Period.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on my Karen, I promise you.
Yeah.
Well, people, I'm gonna have to tell you something.
And tell Red to pray for me after. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, look. Well, it's a few years back. Good.
Did somebody call you that one?
When I saw this clip, right, I saw myself, right, and I said, "Oh shit, was I wrong or was I right?" Okay, so this happened at IHOP in Gwinnett County at 2:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Was it a Klan meeting going on?
We were in, how the line after the club line, going to have breakfast, right? And there was a guy in there. Here's the crazy thing about it. He and another Anglo-Saxon was together, a female, and they were with a couple that was Carlton Banks like, okay?
Oh.
Right.
The old Carlton Banks, not the new one though, right? The new one about that life.
We're not talking about powder. We're not talking about powder.
Oh, okay, because the new one, he also
Manny. We're not talking about him. I'm talking about the situation was he was in line. We were all sitting there on the little bench waiting to be called. Mm-hmm. And every little chance he got, he was like, nigga this, nigga that, nigga this. And he cracking nigga jokes and this and that. And the other black couple that was with them, he's sitting over there like this. And he stays saying, man, be quiet. Be quiet. Now the patrons are getting upset. And the doggone people who working at the staff is like, yo, can you keep it down? Keep it down, keep it down, keep quiet. People getting pissed off. All the customers, it's funny how the customers in the whole, everybody's already eating, is listening to this, can hear this, they mad. So one of my best friends, Aldor, me and Aldor standing there, I was with my ex, Trayvion's mom, so I'm with my ex, and he was with his girl, and we were standing there. So Al looked at me, and I was like, when Al looked at me, I'm like, Al leaned over and said, hey, man, one more nigga out your mouth, and we're going to have to have you leave. He was like, fuck is he talking to? Oh, he talking to his friend. Like, who? He not direct. He won't say have a direct conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, who the fuck is he talking to? Blah, 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 blah. So I leaned up. I said, I believe he was speaking to you. And I think you might want to watch your mouth for the rest of the evening. So he looked at his friend sitting down. His friend was like, hey, man, chill out, like, chill. Because we too calm.
Right.
And he did it one more time. He said, I don't have to be quiet. He said, I don't know who these niggas think they is. And before he can finish his statement, we whooped his ass out the door. All the way around. His girl runs and get the truck. When she opened the door, trying to get him in the truck, she can't get him into the driver thing, so it's a 4-door pickup. So he's running from me, John. He jumping up in the back of the 4-door. I'm up in the back of the truck. I'm beating his ass in his own truck because I done lost.
Because they need to understand, baby.
But I got mad. This got me. Was I wrong? I got mad because when I was beating his ass, this motherfucker kicked me because I was over him. He kicked me, and when he kicked me, all I could think to do was grab his motherfucking legs, and his head hit the motherfucking side of the truck, the rim.
I know you wasn't wrong.
And while this was going on, let me tell you some funny shit about my ex, because Meek knows she crazy as hell. She's standing there, the girl screaming, please, he's had enough, he's had enough. So this chick reaches in the truck and slings a bottle at my ex, a full bottle of beer. The bottle go by, and they go like this, and it bounce off the truck. It just missed him like that by the head. When it missed, her and my boy girl looked at her. They was like, bitch. So they went straight for her. She went to the other side of the truck, and it's funny as shit. She goes, I'm sorry. She done broke down to me. Sorry. So we still over there stomping this motherfucking white boy out. His black friends are standing there going like this.
Yeah, but they should have got their ass whooped too, because y'all sitting there allowing that bullshit.
Here's the funny part about it. I think he didn't jump because I told him when I stomped him up in his nuts, and then Al started whooping him. I stepped out. I told him, I said, say something, act like you want some of this. I said, because I should be beating your ass. I said, just like that. And when I said that, did you not know I looked up? And everybody that was in there eating, the staff and all of them, was all in the hallway outside, and everybody started clapping like they was a motherfucking show.
Right.
Wait. That shit is so fucking irritating. Y'all seen that clip?
But here's the thing. I'm in Gwinnett, so you know what we had to do, right?
Right.
I'm in Gwinnett. Jump in the cars, go up.
Get the fuck out of there, right?
As soon as we get the fuck out of there, it looked like SWAT was coming. They went right past us.
Good. See, but this is the thing. The more we have of that, the less of that shit gonna keep on happening, because they're still under the assumption that it's okay. You can call somebody out their name. You still think some of these motherfuckers still think them Jim Crow laws, really exist. Maybe this ain't that.
Part of it is because, and this goes back to, I'm gonna tie this into
fake news.
The other tagline that I had today.
Fake news.
Right. Exactly. Because this fool when the country allowed this man to be the face of empowerment,
the commander-in-chief,
okay, that there opened up that Pandora's box of idiots.
Speaking of box, I really didn't touch her vagina. I really didn't. No.
And it has given them the
he probably been fucking with Russia. That's why they think they about to bring their ass over here. They better sit down.
That there has given all of those particular people of that mindset. It has empowered them. Where now there is no more covert anything. They are very.
But it's fine. But you know what? It's okay because they're needing more and more motherfuckers who will put them on their ass.
But see, part of it's it's got to be more to it than just putting them on their ass.
No, he raised that gate. It was like a gate that was closed. Yeah. And that gate, and it's one of them gates where you say, well, let me see, make sure the dog is not in here before I walk in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they live. He raised the gate and said the gate no longer needs to be.
Yeah, ain't no dogs out there. Just go ahead.
And it's okay. And bro, since him, I've had to tell a police officer, you know, I thought I'd never use these words, but I know what the hell they mean when they say stuff. He pulls up to the scene of something I had nothing to do with. I'm just standing there. I'm just looking like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to stay right here in case somebody gets the line. So he walks up to me. He sees me just standing there chilling or whatever. First thing he said out of his mouth, what's going on, Bubba? You see whatever? Okay, Bubba in the redneck land is bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, I know.
Yeah.
So he said, what's going on, Bubba? I was like this. I said, I don't know, pig.
Right.
You should have called him Porky. You should have said, I don't know, Porky. Just like he tried to be with it. You could have been.
No, I had to stab him because he thought because they think they smart. And that's
what I'm saying. He thought he was smart.
They having that celebration inside.
Right.
They can call you that and walk away. But see, I had to shut your celebration down, pig.
Okay.
He was like, oh, you got a mouth on you. I said, your wife do too. And I stood at you like this. Because I ain't broke no laws. He was like, he said, you seem to have a problem with authority. I said, I have not been commanded to do nothing. I'm in total compliance as an American citizen. And actually, I'm standing here minding my business. I have nothing to do with what you came here for. So I'm trying to figure out why the fuck are you talking to me?
Okay.
And he walked off.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to backfire on him because these people are not scared.
Nope.
And as they call them, these little Thundercats is with all the shits.
Okay.
Because this ain't the same. These ain't the same. These ain't the same, baby. This ain't the same. Hey, I watched the motherfucker get his eyeball kicked out his motherfucking head. And I couldn't do nothing but scream. I'm screaming. And I'm not screaming because he kicking my eyeball out of here. I'm screaming because I ain't never seen a whole eyeball hanging like that. I was like, oh my God.
Okay.
Did y'all remember that one we had a few months ago? I had sent it to you, Misha. I forget if we took it on the show. But remember the couple was at the hotel? It was like some scandal type change. Right. Scrub them all.
Right.
The cameras wasn't working when Red was there. I don't know what y'all talking about. He went to eat. When they was at the hotel, remember the white man was mad because they helped the black guys first, but the black guys were diamond members.
Yeah.
And you just kept popping your mouth and kept up. That man was there in there minding his fucking business. And what happened? Your wife popped off fly, and then your ass was on the ground, knocked the fuck out.
Right.
He had enough sense not to hit the woman, but bitch, you standing there and letting her act like that, so you won't get it. Bye.
Right. But see, I didn't have when I was doing security, and Meet your vouch for this on security. Sometimes you could be in a situation where you have fixed the entire situation. You have you totally deadened it. But one person that don't know what the hell going on is steady putting the cables on. And I had this situation where a guy got into it with a patron, a female patron. I found out what it was, and it was enough. It wasn't enough to throw him out or get on him. It was enough to just ask him, let me move you to another side of the room.
Yeah.
Right.
Another side of the room. We're gonna compliment her with a drink, and we're good. She's gonna be fine. Okay, nothing happened like that. But he was a black gentleman that had him a Nubian queen from doggone Nobel and Tonin Island, right?
Oh.
Yeah. First, you should have bought her in there because nobody in here looks like her. Okay. Secondly, while I'm talking to him, at first I went and snatched him up. Then I got it situated. So when I got to talking to him, he was like, he explained, and we calmed it down. I'm like, okay, well, look, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to have you move over here and put you with this other waitress, move your tab over there. We're going to send the girl another drink. It was good. Mm-hmm. So he goes, yeah, he said, I appreciate you, dog, not doing it. He said,
Amy.
He said, some places can be, you know what I'm saying, some places can be rough, you know what I'm saying, they would have jumped on me and beat me up, you know what I'm saying? I said, no, I said, you good, bro. I was everything. But the whole time I'm talking to him, guess what's going on behind him? Fuck you, security. Fuck you, motherfucker. Get out my man's face. And everybody can see that me and him having a normal, calm conversation. She's back there, so I'm like, yo, man, what you need to do is turn around and explain to her what's going on.
Right.
And get her to calm down. I said, because if she keeps it up, then I'm not going to tolerate that. Then the shit going to switch up.
Right.
He was like, I get it. So she's steady. He's steady talking. He said, all right, man, we good. So as soon as he went to turn, this white bitch hawks up a loogie and go,
I know the fuck you lying.
And spit at me. And I turned like this and the shit went across my motherfucking shoulder. It hit the shoulder of my shirt. And before I could turn back, Nikki, the whole club said they heard it. They heard click. My baton came open. And I bust that bitch in the back of her motherfucking
And that's what the fuck she get because
and when I hit her so hard, the bitch went up under the table. The bitch went up under a table. I hit her so motherfucking hard. And when I hit her,
never hear me be one of them people that say, "Oh, a man should have." No, I don't think a man should.
Fuck that.
But when you think you big and bad enough to stand 2 toes down with a man and he fuck you up, that's what you get.
In the state of Georgia, that's attempt murder, bitch. You don't spit on
it should be in all of the states.
But when she did it, and I hit her ass in the back of the leg to drop her ass down, I was finna. While I did, really, I motherfucker hit her in the back of the leg to drop her. Hog tie her ass, zip tie, sit outside, call the police on this bitch and press charges. So when I did it, he turned around. He was like, "Oh,
y'all know I can't stand that."
This black dude turned around and he looked at me. He turned around. And he was like, "Yo, man!" And before I had flipped it around again. I said, "Motherfucker, I got a lot of them over here." And I flipped that bitch back around. He was like this. I said, "Get that bitch out of my club." And he picked up and she had to go to emergency. I fucked her shit up. It was about like that big.
Oh well.
And about probably 30 minutes before we close.
Look, you all right, princess? Look, you giving princess flashbacks.
Here come Lawrenceville PD. 30 minutes after they come down there. They reach sticking their head in the door. They like, Big Red, let me holler at you. I come outside. I'm like, what's up? They said, we got a young lady down here at the ER with a grapefruit leg. I said, really? I said, I went for the watermelon.
Oh. This nigga is ignorant.
They said, that's all. They was like, that's all we need to know. I said, yeah, she spit on me. I said, you want to take this paperwork any further? They was like, good night.
Right.
Okay.
Who the fuck want to do all that paperwork over some shit that you know?
These are the kinds of, and see, to be in insecurity, that there, and then both of us being men of size, see, we end up getting the real fuckery bullshits, especially when it's another guy who's probably the same size of us or whatever. The Napoleon complex children, okay, yeah, we know they're gonna bark and this, that, and other.
Hey,
but
you wasn't in this conversation. Don't be bringing us into it. Don't be telling my business. Shut up, Red.
We know that's gonna happen, okay? Because a lot of times when it comes down to security, it comes to that, and so usually the little Polly Pockets, honey, feel as though they got to stand up for something, and it's cute. You know, it's cute until they start to get disrespectful. Because then it gets to the point where when he started barking, talking about, I don't give a damn how big you are.
Okay, that's them little bullies you like.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, them the ones he like, look,
Them the
I
ones
don't
he like.
even
Them
like
little
the
bullies
ones
you
that-
like.
Little pit bulls.
Look, I don't
Yeah.
even like them. You know that.
Yeah,
They-
but that's the little pit bulls. He like, hey, I'm like, boy, you
Those be his
don't
little Polly Pockets.
But,
That's why
but,
he call them.
but that only works in the bedroom. It doesn't work anywhere else. So
It is
that's
not
why.
Sunday. It is not Sunday.
Listen, but I tell the truth every day.
Ah,
But
hey,
that fool,
what is your get my crystal? Get my crystal.
wait. That fool, he sprayed and sprayed Jesus.
Look, let me. That's why I got my crystal. Let me cleanse this area because y'all don't know how to act.
No. I'm okay. I'm gonna fuck y'all up in a minute. Fuck y'all up in a minute.
Go ahead, finish with
But
you.
when it comes down to those who are, who match us or whatever, and especially when it comes down to white guys, okay, when we're dealing with the hood, okay, there's something there to where unless they're with their boys, most of the time we could talk it down because you don't know what I'm about, and I'm up here doing my job, and I'm not gonna move unless you move first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we could talk that down, and as long as you bumping your gums, I'm good.
Right.
White
We'll make them
dudes,
sudden moves. Look, keep your
white
hands
dudes
where I can
on
see
the
them.
other end, baby, they like to go for a jugular. They like to
A
go for
lot
that
of times they
jugular.
be like white boy wasted.
White boy wasted, or you got Italians, okay? Italians who, okay.
I love them. I love
Oh,
Y'all gonna keep,
Come on.
y'all gonna keep
Come
talking
on.
about me
Come
though.
on.
baby,
Y'all
Come
gonna
on.
keep talking about me though.
listen, I'm
First
telling
he
you.
talk about the little people. Now he want to talk about the.
No, child, because I almost got into, and I had to stop myself because I swear I want to fuck this boy up so bad in that damn room.
Yeah, they do.
God, I want to fuck him up so
Hey,
bad.
me, did I tell you about I told you that time about the guy at the gay club?
No.
The one I hit, the one that hit me.
Italian guy hit you?
Look, we said I was
Did he
standing
call
fight
you a
breaks.
moolie?
Hold on, the fight fucking breaks out. I'm standing like this with my back against the mirror. Okay, no doubt I'm doing something, you know what I'm saying? I'm making my money.
Right.
I'm making my money because goddamn the money is flowing up in that motherfucker. So I'm sitting there like this. And I turned around, the fight break out. I said, I was like, the first time I ever seen them fight like that, I was like this. I said, oh, they fight. I was like, they be fucking. I was like, they
But
fight.
they not
boxing.
scared. That's the whole thing. Like they don't be scared. Like they're
Right, they straight got the boxing in the club. So I'm standing like this, my back
And
against
they
the
don't
wall.
give a fuck if they get their ass whooped either. They just not scared. They don't
And all
care.
I know is it was the first time for me, and I seen all them break out because that's the last thing I thought they was gonna break out fighting. So I was like this, so I'm sitting like this. So the motherfucker turned around, built like you like, little Italian white boy turn around, old boy, he turned around, and in the midst of all the damn swinging and fighting, he just turned around and he faced me, and squared me. Bow!
Wow.
I said, and he's sitting like this, and he started looking like this motherfucker didn't budge. So I did just like this. I looked around, and I said, I spun around just like this, and went right out the door. Went right out the door. And I walked right out the door with the crowd that was running. I walk outside. I'm standing outside. I'm going, God damn it. And I know I fucked him up because all I heard was, ah! That's it. That's all I fucked him up.
Not like the Michael Jackson or Prince thing.
Hey, let me tell you something. This motherfucker.
Wait.
I
had to bail you out a few times. Hey, what happened, Amy?
Look, I fucked this motherfucker up so bad and so fast. He didn't even know what the fuck. He didn't know what he was so fucking eye closed, nose fucked up, bleed. I mean, bloody. When he ran outside, he walked right up to me and said, "Did you see where that big guy went?" I said, "I don't know, bro. I just got here."
I don't know. I just got here. All right. So, Meech, you want to move into the next one? What was the next one we were talking about?
Hold on. Well, hold on. I'm gonna tie something else. Let me tie something else. I'm gonna tie something else because we on this race thing right now.
Well, tie it up.
And I'm gonna tie something else. Y'all pay attention to this because this gonna give y'all a little cackle. Y'all probably seen it already.
Y'all High School had a walkout today, and this Lilith girl had said this.
I am so glad that years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King, the first black man, ended slavery. Because if not, people would be whipped every day for thousands.
Y'all High School had a walkout today, and this Lilith girl had...
I know.
Boy, don't make me get naked up in this motherfucker.
I know good and goddamn well they ain't let that little girl get up there and say that.
Hey, make this up.
Is that the one from Detroit when they walked out?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you guys, the backstory from that was they were in the classroom and the teacher called one of the students a cotton picking something. And then he asked her what was she saying or something. And then she said it again. The kids all came together and did a walkout. Now, I don't know who let this little palm-colored child get up there and say that.
Lord, hold on. Let me put my clothes back on. That girl ignorant my clothes off me.
She snatched the shirt off.
Damn it.
What? Martin Luther King, the first black man
to end slavery.
To end slavery.
Oh my God.
I said Jesus is on the main line somewhere.
Can somebody call him?
But see,
I know what I want. I want some Abraham Lincoln Nikes.
I need a penny that got Martin Luther King on it. You got some pennies with Martin Luther King on there? Because I'm trying to understand. I don't understand. Look, Meech, get Lexi in here because I tried to figure it out and I realized that I just can't. I Googled it. I asked.
I can't. I've tried, and you know what I found out? That I can't. No. I've looked into it, and I found out that I can't. I've researched it, and I found out that I can't.
Tell him, Lexi, because we can't.
Oh Lord! Shout out to the Harriet Tubman.
Nobody corrected her like the kid.
They stopped the video.
Maybe so hyped
so we don't know if they got her now. As you see, when they had her up there, when they got up there, you see after she said that the camera went down. They panned.
This how y'all know that I've been in the room all day because I ain't see that on TikTok because y'all know I would have already did a damn reaction video to it and I didn't.
Listen, you can't make this up.
You can't.
There's so many things wrong with this. Okay, number one, obviously what her statement is, but you did this at a school rally. So, honey, the educational system has totally fucked up everybody.
Failed your ass. Even in February.
Totally.
Martin Luther.
And I'm definitely going to say that. And we in Black History Month, bitch. We are in Black History Month, and that's what came out of your mouth to act like you was educated. But see, here's the bigger thing, and see, this is what I really believe that our Anglo-Saxon European counterparts want America to believe, because a lot of this, that girl goes home every day. Okay, and I know she hears about stuff every day, but I'm sure when she gets home into her communities, that whatever they're teaching, they are dissuading the truth.
It has nothing to do with us.
Because it has nothing to do with us and carrying on. And this here is where
it has nothing to do with little white boys and little white girls together dancing in harmony.
Hallelujah.
It was, I looked over one day and I said, Coretta, I need you to give me a blowjob.
You sure
and I said that day, let freedom ring, let freedom ring.
Oh, wait, but
when ask kids like this talking about Martin Luther King.
Was he asking Coretta or some of them other chicks he was messing around?
Even the nigga in the tub.
Wait a minute, this child said, why y'all trying to make me get out of my bed tonight? Because you know.
Listen, it's one of them days, bro.
I want to slap that little girl like, how? Okay, listen. But see, the discussion board is all about Now y'all trying to sit up here. Y'all got this little babies like this around here, but y'all talking about CRT, critical race theory, which is not a curriculum. Y'all are banning CRT, and now in Florida, y'all got legislation talking about something. Y'all don't want white kids to feel uncomfortable to talk about slavery. Well, how can they feel uncomfortable when they got misinformation like that? That little white baby up there saying so proudly.
Is American history. This is where I get so pissed off, because we are American history. When you take us away, there is nothing but a bunch of savages, what they like to call us, coming and killing and taking people's shit. That's all y'all got.
You believe all that you saying, little Pickaninny. You believe that stuff, don't you?
That's
y'all some good niggers on this show. Y'all some good niggers on this show. Great niggers. What is this?
Lord help us, I know.
If these are the children. Okay, exactly.
I believe the children are our future. I'm talking about the ones after these motherfuckers.
Yeah, Lily and them guys. Lily and them guys. Liliana's on the honor roll.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I bet she talked her way into that.
You know what? When she gets to school, she be shy. So.
Listen, that motherfucker is a politician. That little motherfucker is a politician.
Hold on, maybe Lily could have taught that little girl something today, because Lily did a fabulous presentation about Harriet Tubman.
You probably would have heard the doggone hood come out of Lily. Bitch, what?
No, this Lily was acting like come out. She'll be like, "What, girl? You said what, girl?" And she do the hand, because I'll be like, "What?" The one day they was at the table and Keisha Cole was messing with her, and she was like, "Because," I said, "Wait a minute, why you clapping like you about to do something to one of my daughters?"
Not to clap. Did she clap? Okay.
Baby, she clapped a couple. She was like, "Hold on, wait."
Somebody need to clap that little girl back into school, because
Lily did a presentation on Harriet Tubman. And listen, I did put her pictures out, but the only thing I put on there was the words that she wanted to say.
But hold on. Let's I need everybody to open their eyes up. Okay, 3 the hard way. I need y'all to open your eyes up.
What's up?
You heard everything she said.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard her say all this during a walkout of school. Now, if anybody should have stayed their ass in school and not walked out, it was
hello.
Maybe I need you to go back to third period.
I need you to walk your ass back into school.
Okay.
Look, I would read you the book, but he always say that to her in her little commercial. I would read you the book, but then I would read it to you, but then you might not buy it. Baby, honey. Y'all know Lily is a natural.
Okay.
Bitch, I ain't read y'all my damn book. Y'all better go buy it.
I'm really, torn with that. When I saw that, I said, I sent that out. I said, we can't make this up, child. This is the baby said this.
What do you think her parents thought?
I don't know. I would love to see the aftermath of this.
I would love to see what her parents had to say.
Well, hold on. Was her parents? See, the thing is this: was her parents well off? Doctor, lawyer, you politician, some type of doggone congressperson.
What is that area of that school like, Meech, where that school is?
Or was her mother and father trailer park double wide?
You get on my fucking nerves. You made me get wood on my damn laptop.
Baby.
I hate you.
I don't know.
Because possibly they might have been home thinking what she said was educated. They probably was like, look at her. That's my baby.
My baby standing up for the colors.
My baby can read.
And standing up for the colors.
They stand up and clap. Emma, break out the corn pipe.
She really said that though, yo.
She meant it. Okay. She said it.
Y'all talking about taking our history out of the school.
Because
if you take it out, then they're going to think that they did a lot.
Farmington Hills?
What happened?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't realize that was Farmington Hills, darling.
Oh, the school. Remember, that's why I was saying. What area is that?
Students at Farmington Hills High School staged a walkout after a substitute teacher used a racial slur in the classroom. Okay, yeah. Farmington Hills to Detroit is like saying what Alpharetta and what's the other one? Give me another one. Give me a good one.
Roswell.
Yeah.
Question.
Answer.
You said high school. I didn't catch that. That was high school?
Yeah.
Well, how the fuck did she get to high school? Because you're supposed to be able to pass all. You got the basic world history and Afro American history and geography to pass in order to go to high school.
They might not teach that no more.
Listen,
they might not teach you freedom slaves.
This is why we have to be diligent in our education. And you know what?
That's what I say. If you wait till February or you wait on the school system to teach your kids our history, then you're at fault.
I'm having issues because see, when we were in school and when we were kids and carrying on and the PTA was real good and things, it was damn near as if the parents didn't show up to parent teacher conference, honey, it was almost the same as being truant. They would send the damn truancy officers or whatever, you know.
For your woman, you know, Miss
Right, they would get on the phone. We understand you couldn't make it, but we need to discuss your child because your child, you know.
Yeah.
And that was either with the good or the bad, honey. We need you to understand, you know, your child is an exception. And because I know with me, they was always trying to push programs on me and carry on. That's how I got promoted. I graduated a year early because I got promoted from the 2nd to the 3rd grade.
They told me they was trying to get rid of you.
Maybe so because
either way, it happened.
It happened. So with that, you know, but there was always something that they were that the kids were, you know, that the teachers were doing, or they were pressing, or they were wanting, you know, to make sure that the parents knew what was going on with their children, especially during the time because when students realized or teachers realized that all students were not college bound, you know, they were willing to say, "Listen, let's get him into a training, a
vocation, and they will help you go that direction."
Exactly. Let's do this because he's good with his hands. I see he likes to do this. This is what keeps his attention. And with your permission, we could guide him this way, you know.
And that's when we really had guidance counselors.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck they got in the schools now.
And that's what it is. Because see, now any and everything is just letting it go through the cracks. When they started taking the vocational stuff out of school, and y'all know that, when they took everything out of the schools, then it became dropouts. Everybody just started dropping out of fucking school.
I went to a vocational high school, but like when I went to you had to take a test to get in there because it was academic and vocational, so you had to be smart and didn't know how to do something else.
Right.
Remember, y'all, we were still typing back then.
Right.
Oh, child, I remember having to make that make the thing be shaped like a diamond. Make the way you had to learn how to set your margins and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought, I want to be in business.
I hated them things.
I want to be in business.
Taking so much stuff out of school system, what was the reason for them to stop teaching the children to write their name and script? I have no clue, but yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because see, now we are relying so much on technology now to where nobody's, you know, we got a lot of forms and stuff now to where the electronic signature is that because you don't have to go pick the forms up anymore. They send them by computer,
and they don't care what your signature really look like. Once you got the e-sign form, then you could just type it in and it's going to put whatever it was you used for your initial scripting on the screen.
Sometimes, but now what they'll do is, hell, they would make it to where when you type, it's typing in cursive. Yep. Choose a font for you.
Yep.
Okay. And now and then what you can do is prettify the font, honey. I don't like that one. No, that ain't.
And if you got Apple merchandise, you sign something, take a picture of it, and it'll be in your thing. So every time you got an e-sign, your real signature's in the computer.
Real signature come up, yeah. Because when I do it on my iPad or on this laptop, it's
it's already in there.
So that there is that, okay.
Because I never understood why they would take that out. Penmanship was a class for us.
They don't even teach typing.
But if you remember when we were preschool, pre-K, and kindergarten, if you go into your classroom, how many of y'all remember the green thing going around the wall and it had the alphabet.
The alphabet and cursive around the border. Yep.
Yeah, that was the bulletin board.
Yep, it went around. We had penmanship books. Remember, we had penmanship books. We had phonics books. We had all that shit.
Yeah, but now we got hooked on phonics. They took it out so you could buy it. They took it out, and then here we go. They took phonics and stuff out of the school system and offered the curriculum, and then boxed it real pretty, called it Hooked on Phonics, and then you have to pay installments of $49.99 on 6 installments so you could have it at home.
Kids that had some shit that they should have been being taught every day, and
that's what we had. We had that that was part of the
I remember my phonics books. I remember the different colors for the different shit.
Hey, the commercials and Hooked on Phonics really works for me. Well, no shit, bitch. We got it for free.
You're right. Come on. There's the commercial.
That's a TikTok.
That there is
that's
where we are. And part of that is because we did not challenge the school system. We did not, and still now we got a number of stuff now to where we can make them put that shit back in there.
Yeah, this is the reason why we talk about you got to get active in your communities and shit like that, because it's shit that if we there and we demanded shit, but we got to get active.
That's interesting. So that people couldn't read the Declaration of Independence. He may be onto something. He may be onto something. Now that's the first time that I've heard that, but he may be onto something.
Well, anybody that's listening, go print out the Declaration of Independence and all the motherfucking amendments.
I need a mic drop right there. I need a bomb.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Man, where's the sound? You got the sound hooked up?
Okay.
Man, that just fucked me up.
Shit, honey.
That was crazy.
That was a battleship, honey.
Where did you come up with that from?
He said a white Uber driver told him that.
Okay, we need to look that up, y'all. Let's dig into that.
I don't know. Let me bring Bucky in. Come on, research department.
Come on. Hey, brother.
What up, y'all? What's happening?
Red, they trying to look smart.
What in the book?
Wait a minute. He done got up out the bed, honey. He said, wait a minute, y'all trying to get me up out there. We done hit something with you, baby.
Literally.
Hey, you know what
it was? Like y'all got to talking, and then that doggone song was playing. And y'all set it off. Used to be, and then I get up.
Listen, Buck, you need to go to that school and tell them people, don't let the little white kids get up and talk at the colored people rallies.
Understand, when we're talking about Farmington Hills High School, the Farmington Hills School District, they have had several incidents of not only school threats throughout the year, even before Oxford, but also several incidents of school racism. If I recall correctly, that is the same school district who on multiple occasions had incidents in the bathroom where people were going in the bathroom finding racial epithets written on the walls.
Oh,
like tomorrow all the must die and things of that nature.
Oh wow.
So this is not
this
is why this is taken a lot more seriously than it is in your typical school district. When the substitute teacher, I might add, and told the little boy, and they recorded pretty much the whole conversation.
I watched it.
She had the audacity to repeat it several times.
Yeah, she did cotton picking.
That's what people said back in the day. Yeah, back in your day down south, pre-1865.
Right. And even though they said it, it's still a racial slur.
Flat out.
It's a racial slur. You calling somebody you're cotton picking. I remember hearing that when we was growing up. And then when I realized, you know how when you start getting older, you realize you put that shit together, you're like, hold the fuck.
Words have origins, people.
Right.
Exactly.
Cotton picking, pickaninny. All that shit.
I like to crumb snatcher. I don't go to picnics.
As if to say, as soon as Master turn his head, we're gonna snatch these crumbs that's up on his plate. All of that.
So this is here.
Yep.
Yeah, Farmington Hills is one of the most prestigious suburbs of Detroit. Honey.
Indeed, is actually
You
one
got
of the
Farmington
richest
Hills
suburbs
and then
in the
Bloomington
country.
Hills. Bloomfield Hills, honey.
Yeah,
Hills and Bloomfield Hills.
that's the school that had the racial epithet issue, but
Okay.
they're very close in proximity. So
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this: after that statement and that shenanigans, I believe the property value went down over there.
I hope every black person that's ready to move right there. Y'all go on and find all the houses.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. But hold on, let me address something else you did prior in the show. No, not 2 years, 16 months, and we have clearly established that Minnesota has one of the worst justice system setups in the country by far. Can we not all acknowledge that?
Yeah.
Hold on. 16 months.
Wait a minute. It's not even a full 24 months. She got 16 months.
Well, why did they keep saying 2 years on the news?
Like I said, that was the maximum 20 plus years. No, she got 16 months. And
I'm saying on the news they kept saying 2 years.
Okay, but the thing is this right here: 2 years
in
16
Georgia, months.
2 years in Georgia is 18 months.
Right. Well,
okay. So whatever the hell they got going on in Minnesota, they doing it in 16. And they probably
of course her attorneys are going to fight for let's not make this 16 months. Let's do this 16 months, including time served.
Right.
That's what we were talking about. That's the shit right there.
And that's crazy because anything outside of that, I mean, come on, man.
Right. And of course she will be in an isolated country club type prison. So
exactly.
What have we really learned here?
Nothing.
The fact that in 2 years that person's going to be on somebody else's police department staff.
Right, that part.
In Mayberry.
A trainer.
In Mayberry. She's gonna go. She's gonna do what these city officers do when they get in them situations.
You're supposed to include all these circumstances in doing the sentencing. Are you not? Not just the fact that this person was an officer of the goddamn law, but also the fact he was a trainer of officers.
Let's keep it.
The doggone
You're
law.
supposed to be held to a higher standard.
Nobody know better. You supposed to.
That's what I said.
A and B. Okay.
That's what
I need to get 10 years just for your stupidity alone.
That part, your negligence. You were negligent. How many people do stuff and it's an accident and they get all of this damn time and you know that they didn't mean to do it.
Right.
And you still sentence them to however many damn years.
Right. And understand in that same court system in Minnesota, they trying to arrest those officers for the George Floyd situation. And I find it real interesting that they have chosen to try to arrest them together as opposed to how they did the example cop in the situation. As if to say, okay, well, whatever you get, and whatever you get, which means more than likely they're going to look at less than 16 months.
Right, of course.
They probably get 6 months, including time served.
Right.
Because like I said, we already showed y'all that justice is fair. Look, we dealt with that guy for you guys. No, but now we got to get back to how
y'all
we
should
need to
be
do
satisfied. We gave you that.
Right, and then all of them get to go to No Waterville. And with a population
work on that golf game and bridge and stuff. Exactly.
All right. So
where they could do work release and shit like that.
Baby.
Good evening, everybody.
I'm at a point now to where really and truthfully on the political front, we really got to start grooming folks for real politics and real policy making. We really got to take that kind of stuff seriously because a lot of us don't know what that is. I would love to have a class on learning how to write a bill.
Well, let's figure it out.
You know,
I need us to have
you know how to do it.
I have a good understanding. Yeah, I need us to have a better understanding about how these local elections affect us more than the federal ones.
Yeah,
and these are perfect examples.
Well, here's where this is because we can start doing that on the local level because, see, everything happens locally. See, when we start talking about landlord-tenant shit, that's local. Okay?
You got to know what's going on right here.
You see, when we start hitting folks where they live, literally, then they start to understand the politics of why it is important. Again, Stan says this all the time, Stan Mason, when he says, we can never have a jury of our peers if we don't go down there and sign up for jury duty.
I say that all the time. You cannot
Now,
be mad.
Right.
Every time that paper come, you ducking and die. And I know because back in the day I was one of them.
I did it just because it was the idea to do. I remember my dad back in the day. We used to talk about jury, and now you know how long ago that was. I only lived with him until I was 8 years old. Okay. But back in the day, every time they were talking about jury duty or whatever, it was always said that, oh, they don't want no black folks up there, you know, and it was that kind of talk. So anytime when I became a voting age or whatever, I would see it in the thing. I didn't never send it back because you know that was that, or I didn't want to do
the
it.
thing that was programmed into, or saying we don't want no part of that because they whatever.
Or you know, because we was teenagers in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So that there was when snitches get stitches became law. So now you didn't want to be on the grand jury or anybody's jury because now you know you didn't want to
fuck around and get one of them drug
cases.
You
know, so it became one of those kind of things to where now folks got scared and intimidated. You know, and then now somebody said something the other day. I think I was on somebody else's show, and they were talking about, well, here's the thing that we have to look at too, and that they have to up the ante because they only pay you like $25 a day for being there.
True.
And so
if you missing work, that might not.
You can't lose your job. Because by law, you cannot lose your job for being on jury duty. But my check is based on an 8-hour wage.
Right.
Okay. And if I done miss, you paying me $25 a day when I'm used to getting $200 a day, nigga, that don't add up.
Right.
Okay, that don't add up.
It ain't that many donuts and extra pizzas in the world. Sorry.
Exactly. Okay, and I don't care what the accommodations are because we're not been sequestered or whatever. I'm sequestered by myself. It ain't like you got my family up here and they eat with me.
That's right.
Okay. No, we no. So that there's is something to look at to where we have to petition petition the government. Take it to the local authorities and carry on. These are some of the things that need to be walked out. When we're talking about the dog catchers, how many of y'all got these damn stray dogs and shit around that's fucking up everything?
Shit, just animal control, period. Remember when Wally was stuck in the wall?
Right.
And I called, they told me, I'm like, I don't know how this cat got in here, but we can hear it. It's in the wall. We don't know how, whatever. There's nothing where we could see that the cat could have got in. She told me it was Sunday. There was nothing they could do. And if they had to come out and cut the wall, they was going to charge me $250.
How about that?
Because they're going to charge me $300 for the supposed squirrel I heard in the wall. So it's like, hopefully he'll leave out on his own.
I called my car club son. We said, Corey, the damn cat thingy that we think we hearing is in the wall. Cole went and got him. He came and cut it out the damn wall.
So
where the fuck is y'all at?
That there is part of the thing. We're talking about animal control. Y'all know that those who are over the EPA, your local environmental protection agencies that carry on that handles all your water and this, that, and the other. The water department, those particular positions are elected, I believe.
Right.
Okay. So those are the kinds of things that we have to talk about so folks can understand exactly what the local politics are. You need to understand when you got tickets, you sit up there, you got to have y'all vote for family court judge. You on child support and wonder how come the judge always looking at you funny? Well, you didn't vote for that judge, did you? You look at to understand the judge got a prejudices because she's sitting up there mad because her baby daddy ain't paid no damn. Okay, so she taking the shit out on you. And, look at that. Those are the things that we have to look at when it comes down to local politics and why those elections are important. Because I know
what's going on. You have to get informed. Baby, I'm gonna be in the meeting at 9 in the morning. Meet you gonna be in the meeting or you gonna be there?
No, I got to be there because I got to set up.
Okay,
well, I gotta get up in the morning. I gotta go get one of the great things. I
was going to do it online, but I'll get up if you want to go.
Yeah, because I got to go to the store. I got to bring the snacks.
Yeah, like I said, one of the great things about pandemic is the fact that they're gonna start having all these meetings now online, to where if you can't show up in person, you can check it out on the website and whatnot. Y'all need to take advantage of that. If you're just sitting there going through the YouTube rabbit hole and whatnot. Put an extra box and see what's going on at your council at the same time.
Okay. Oh, that's a good idea. See if you can get a guest for that. Okay, right. That would be lovely. Okay. Good evening, darling. Okay, I love JoJo.
What up, JoJo?
I love JoJo. I just did it here in Maryland, and you would be surprised how many people get out of it. Of course, listen.
We ain't surprised. We're not surprised.
I now that my sleep apnea and carrying on, I know once when y'all lose me, and I start to get hot. If I get too hot or get too cold, I'm out. Okay. But if you lose me, because all that technical stuff, see, that's the one thing. When they start talking that technical jargon and
my God.
No, bitch, we got to sit down here. Oh, okay, Your Honor. Oh, okay. Okay, wait a minute. Can we take a break? Because a bitch got to move, child. Y'all talking some stupid shit, honey.
We need clarification over here.
Okay, right. Okay.
We didn't know what they talking about.
Okay, they only paid me $15. Why not?
Yeah, I think it was $15.50. I don't know how long ago that was. I would hope they would have built it up by then.
Oh, Emmanuel, I didn't know you were here. I've been living here in Atlanta for 6 years. I applied 3 times for jury duty, and they never get back with me. What's that about? Because they probably know you're black.
Yep.
See, that's the other thing, because you're supposed to be put into the pool.
Right. Everybody get the little card in the mail.
Yeah, to be put in the pool.
And yes, and they do look at names and ethnicities and stuff.
Oh,
like
darling,
that.
And zip code.
Because it's supposed to go in the pool. As long as you registered to vote, it's supposed to be in that pool, right?
It's supposed to be, yeah. Because that's how they pull the names, because you're a registered voter. I feel like companies should pay you for jury duty. A lot of folks feel that way too.
Yes.
Right.
You know,
like you should get paid time off. Like it should be like a PTO thing.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Now on jury duty in GA, if you are 70 years or older, you're no longer served in the system. Oh,
that's something.
Really?
Well, if they want to serve though, that's messed up.
Okay.
They the ones more likely to do
70-year-olds. That's
how about that? Okay, right.
Remember, it was a time in Detroit where you, as a senior, you could go to 36th District Court and just sit there and watch the cases. People used to do it all the time.
You know what? Here's the thing, and I'm glad I was just about to go there. That there is part of your civic duty. The court system, you could go sit in the court system, honey, for free. And watch.
We went as a class before. I thought they used to take like the schools and stuff. Sometimes if it wasn't
people, you can still do it because a mutual friend of ours that you know who I'm talking about, part of that prom thing down there. You know, that's our cash out for prom.
Oh, that's our cash.
Okay.
That's my number right there.
When our friends is here, Meech.
That's Passionate Riders Outreach Ministry 316.
Okay.
But
y'all using my number. Y'all keep calling me back to that number. I need for y'all to stop using.
But the thing is with that, he just brought this up, that we can go out there and sit in something. When the cases come up, that's the revenue. He gonna give us heads up because he's working there now. He works in the building.
Wow. Okay.
Come on.
That's elder discrimination. Most of them know more than we do. How about that? Okay.
Because they was the ones out here fighting for all this stuff to be changed.
So those are some of the educational things that we need to do. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna charge myself, because that could be a big Meech moment for me, to where I can sit down and say, this is something that we need to learn, and why. You know, why is this important? Why is this important? Okay. And things of that nature, so that we can start to educate ourselves. I know over here in with the board that I sit on now, College Park Citizens Association, we have to we have a political team, committee. And that's part of what we were talking about, understanding your local politics. Why are they important? Because we're talking about the city and everything about us. We're trying to make sure that the city of College Park is taken care of. Well, that means that everybody got to understand the local politics, how this works. Okay. Why is it that the mayor and the city manager, the mayor doesn't have any voting power? The mayor is just the face of the city. The people with the power is the council. Okay. The council is the power, because they're the ones who sit up there and have to vote for the
Yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol.
Okay.
You know I want to play the whole thing, but I can't.
Okay, I'm nosy. I did it with pride. Okay, exactly. Okay.
It's just like saying the president. The president ain't got the damn power. That's Congress. That's the House and them that.
That's the House.
If the last 4 years ain't taught us that, on both ends, it's that much. Because Lord knows Biden said he's going to do a lot, and you see what happened there. And you know Orange Clown wanted to do a lot, but thank God he couldn't because of that.
You know what? And okay, now that takes that segue us into another topic that I have on me here, and that there is why people. This is 2022. Okay. We are 2 years in to the last election, honey. Okay. Now, prior to the last election, which was 2020. 4 years before that was 2016. Why is it that in 2022, we are still talking about a 2016 election and Hillary Clinton is still on the goddamn docket talking about some shit that she might have done when this motherfucker was president?
Because they just brought up the fact that his ass took a whole bunch of shit and did the same shit he claimed she did.
Times 5.
You took documents and emails and shit that you wasn't supposed to, bastard, and they done found them. Everything you accused her of, you was doing.
Well, ain't that what cheaters do?
And no, it ain't that they didn't found them. He done went through what he needed to go through and then let them discover the rest.
Right.
They didn't find them all trust.
A lot of the didactic.
Yeah.
The didactic or the redacted documents. Okay. No, honey.
All this election shit giving me a damn headache. I seen Kemp's stinking ass up there in the northern part of Trump, Georgia, campaigning and shit. Him and producing.
Listen, wait a minute. Oh, God damn it. I did not think about this when we had Mr. Phillip on here. I did not think of this until just now.
Well, what I remember
is
you want to know, I call an ass. Like,
I want to know, why is it that we have not made us think about this? How in the hell did this man end up introducing a bill that they're trying to pass to say that you don't have to have a license to carry? Kemp is just did that here, and he's trying to get it to where you do not have to have a license to open carry.
Okay, let me tell you. Ho.
Because anybody can own a gun, you just can't conceal it.
Let me tell you what he's trying to keep up with. That bullshit they just did in Texas. Texas is so reckless with it that you don't even need nothing but a damn ID, state ID, or just walk in. Right.
That's why everybody from Texas be like, we got our guns. You come over here with that bullshit if you want to.
You can tote it all you want to, but the government
walk around with it in your hand. Shit.
Yeah, the government there just made it where you can walk in and say, hey, let me get a Pepsi, honey bun, and that Glock 19 right there. Ammunition. All on the same goddamn receipt.
Okay.
And it's like, that's it. Like, you don't need nothing.
Well, you know, there'll probably be some type of screening process. Yeah, you could get that old text.
No.
Did you want that, Hector? No, I don't think I can let you do that, Hector.
No, the problem is this.
Selling, you will be fine.
The problem is this.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but if you go and read that shit that they just did and passed it, it don't damn matter. It don't. Ray can walk in there. Ray got his licensed driver. He a licensed driver. He can walk out with the gun.
He could.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, in some cases, you know how that's gonna play out.
Let me read this.
I just know there's no more background.
This here is GPB. This is the Georgia Public Broadcast website. Okay, which is our PBS station here. And they say this is dated for January 5th of this year, of course. Governor Brian Kemp announced Wednesday that he supports the GOP-led legislature passing a so-called constitutional carry bill. That legislative session would likely allow eligible Georgians to open or conceal carry a handgun without a permit. The governor's press conference comes as he faces multiple primary challenges from his right flank led by Donald Trump endorsed former Senator David Perdue, and in an election year where the Georgia's General Assembly is poised to prioritize several red meat conservative-based issues. Excuse me. Speaking at Adventure Outdoors, the self-proclaimed, quote, world's largest gun store, end quote, in Smyrna, Kemp, members of the National Rifle Association, and state lawmakers gathered to top support for a prominent platform of staunch conservatives ahead of a brutal primary election cycle for the governor. Quote, we shouldn't have to claw back a civil right. We shouldn't have to fight for a God-given right to defend ourselves, end quote. NRA board member Willis Lee said, quote, and as long as there are anti-American, anti-gun zealots who try to take our civil rights, NRA members will stay in the fight this year, next year, and into the future, end quote. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because that just pissed me off. But remember, when Kemp first got into office, honey, he was the one who sat up there and made it okay to carry a gun in certain parts of the airport. Y'all remember that? He allowed for certain areas of the airport where they say it was okay to have a gun. You couldn't take it past the tarmac, to get past security, whatever. But to bring it in the airport, you were fine.
Yeah, because you could walk around on the bottom floor and go to the stores, go to the restaurants and everything down there.
Yeah.
Why would you allow people?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, who? And that same legislation said that it was okay to take a gun into a bar. I said, bitch, you done lost your motherfucking mind.
Exactly, where all the drunk motherfuckers.
Everybody. But you allowed that. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, look now, I'm gonna start going on our website and see what they got to say about that. So I could give y'all NAGA updates. Because I did join. I got my cards and everything.
Anybody would use that as justification to carry a gun. At least with the concealed carry, you have a valid reason, right?
And if I'm not mistaken, because I don't know if they do this here in Georgia, but I know like up in Pennsylvania, like say when the cops go to pull you over, right? And when they run your tag, because if you have a gun license, they already know that you have a license to conceal and carry.
Yeah, they're supposed. I think I remember them saying that they were trying to get into that to where it says on your tags or whatever. Or
I guess when they scan the tag or whatever, when they run your tag, they will know that up there they know that you are a licensed conceal and carry. So like when they come over to the car, they can say, "Hey, I know that you licensed to carry. Do you have any weapons in the car?"
You have your weapon, right? Right.
So now, Georgia, you trying to arm all the Thundercats, huh?
Ooh, the Thundercats, the Battle Cats, child. Okay.
He-Mans and Shearers.
He better be careful what you ask for. That Joker bring back the Wild Wild West, honey. The Wild
That's
Wild
what
West.
he's trying to do, honey.
Listen,
that's what he's trying to do.
I keep trying to tell y'all, honey, Gunsmoke was a TV show. And everybody knew Gunsmoke, honey. In fact, it's in the name, Gunsmoke. Y'all knew that motherfucker had one. But just because he had one does not mean that everybody who came on the show, you knew at somewhere in that damn show he was going to fire that motherfucker.
Right.
That's the name of the show, Gunsmoke. But here's the thing. Just because it was a TV show, everybody who came to the town always thought that they had a bigger gun or a better gun. And
always wanted, look, meet me at 12.
Yeah. It is absolutely ridiculous. And see, now we're in a mindset, everybody's in the mindset of, okay, I got to protect myself. Okay.
But this is why, though, Mitch, hold on. This is why shit like this is why people need to learn gun safety.
Got that.
These motherfuckers who think they about to get out here, that everybody about to have a gun. So if everybody got a gun, I just feel safer if everybody know how to use one.
Well,
that's all. Just get some training.
Here's the thing. Perhaps now this may be a controversial statement. This may be a completely controversial statement. Because since y'all want to sit down here and dictate education, okay, somewhere in the school system, somewhere that this needs to be some kind of education or something. Maybe not the firearm itself, but the mechanics of it or something. This needs to be taught, because if y'all,
No, I think it. I don't listen. Don't get politically correct about it. Teach it in the damn schools.
well, I'm saying it's controversial
Because they could teach them how to protect themselves. What if you want to go into a life of being an officer or being in the military, just like going to ROTC or something like that?
Say that because I don't know.
Teach
I
them,
never
because
took ROTC, but
this is where y'all trying to go with it. Like that man who's a damn multi-millionaire now. Remember, he used to be all over Instagram and stuff. His kids blindfolded could take them guns apart, put them back together, and recite the motherfucking Constitution and every goddamn thing else he asked them to do.
Yeah.
They could break down them damn guns blindfolded, tell you what kind of guns they was and everything. He taught them. At first, everybody was, oh, I know this man ain't teaching his kids this, ain't teaching his kids that. But just like we said when Philip was on here, these MFers down here, you can take your child can start shooting at the range at 10 years old.
Stay single until someone.
They're going to be there on teams because it's a sport.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, the thing is, they don't want our kids to learn.
Right. Okay. And see, here's the thing too, and I'm trying to remember what movie this was, or was it New York Undercover? It was a scene where the father or somebody was trying to teach the child about the gun, right, and the dangers of the gun. And what he did was they took the favorite stuffed animal and put it behind the target. Okay.
Oh shit.
And so what happened was, as they were shooting at the target, you know, when it was all said and done, he took the animal and the animal was just destroyed. And the baby had a fit, right? Just had a fucking fit. And that's what that's what the teaching was. This is why you don't do, you know, blah 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 blah.
Right.
I'm trying to think of what I'm saying New York Undercover because it sounds like that may have been it.
Y'all okay?
But I don't know. I just don't remember what that was. But I got to find that. But some of this stuff, you know, we have to get into that, because right now, everybody don't have the mindset to have a gun right now, because the idea is not about safety. Everybody claiming they're trying to protect themselves, but that's not what they're doing, because protection becomes subjective. I'm not out here trying to, you know, the protection is like, I'm not out here trying to say if you run up on me or something that's going down, everybody's like, I got to go get this motherfucker. And I got to get him before he get me. So it's almost like retaliatory or predatory style protection. You know,
I think there are people like that, but I think it's probably more responsible people than the irresponsible ones.
I believe absolutely.
Yeah, that don't necessarily mean you need to have a gun. I just feel like everybody should know how to use one.
I believe that. The thing of it is just like we said with the cops. We got a lot of responsible cops out there, but it's the rogue ones that we sit up here having discussions about.
Right.
You know, it's the rogue ones and things of that nature, because now what happens, it gets to a point where everybody's going to be looking the same. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, look, if you're looking at folks, you can't tell if folks got guns on them or not unless you got the braggadocious one that's got to have it on their damn hip, that's got to do this, that's got to, you know, that make it a point to act bad and all this kind of bullshit. You know?
Yeah, because I understand the thought process. You're less likely to run up in your job ready to shoot and kill everybody when you know everybody got a gun and you only gonna get so far.
Right. Now that there is the concept behind it, because down here, one of our cities, Kennesaw, it is the state charter. I mean, the city's charter. Everybody got to
have a gun.
It's the law, yeah.
That's the law.
In their town.
Everybody has to be a gun owner there.
Remember, because I kept saying, well, I wanted to look more into that. So, is that their way to keep people that got felonies out of their town? Like, what's
possibly.
But remember, Red explained, you can have a shotgun in your house. You can have a rifle in your house. You just can't carry it.
Right.
So
the whole point, let me tell you what the point is. Officer explained it to me in Kennesaw.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty cute, so I had to ask. So. He said, and which made sense because I was out there visiting a person, and I was like, God damn, I thought I lived in the country. No, they in the country. Okay, so let me tell you something.
Okay.
What it is on a regular call,
Mm-hmm.
a regular call,
Yeah,
an hour plus to get to you, no matter where you live.
Oh
What?
wow.
Oh, so they want everybody to be armed just in case you got to protect yourself before they can get there?
Promise you.
What they only got? They only got Barney Fife up there. What they only got 2
No,
cops?
it's not about only Barney Fife. I mean, you catch some calls, you can get there in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, or whatever. It depends if they're patrolling that area at the time. But you got to remember, there's second shift, third shift, first shift, second, third shift.
They just don't have that many cops.
Anytime, yeah, it's not big enough. You got to, police departments are based on the population.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the population is what pays them. So you got to look at it. If you sit there, if you only got 2,500 people in your doggone county, what exactly? You can't expect to have 1,000 police officers because you can't afford it.
Got it. Yeah, because I was like, damn, that's weird. How the fuck you gonna tell everybody they gotta have a gun? What if people scared of guns?
Then they'll get the fuck.
You get on my damn nerves. Man, listen, y'all. We had I was going about look, all y'all just gonna leave me up here. Let me
Go ahead, baby. I'm coming right. I hear you.
Okay, I was going to go look at the because I wanted to stay on top of it. I didn't want to go off of anything we were actually talking about. Okay. All right, y'all niggas ready to go to war?
Pretty much.
I just want to see if Russia got the damn you want to try that? You really try to come over here with all these crazy ass white people? Come on over here on the U.S. soil. What do y'all think about that?
No, he's not coming. It's not U.S. They going over there to fuck with Ukraine.
I know, but we're getting ready.
Right.
So I'm saying, because when Cole was asking me about it, I said, well, child, it's been 99 damn years since they tried to, come on U.S. soil with that bullshit. They know better. But if shit pop off, what always happens, because we are the world police. Because remember, I told you when Brian explained that to me back in the day, he was like, yeah, well, America is the world police. I said, well, who the fuck keep calling 911? Why the fuck we gotta keep on going to shit that don't have nothing to do with us? But that's what happens. All that Middle East shit, we know that everybody wanted their oil and shit like that. But those conflicts are theirs. But every time somebody ring that bat signal 911,
I will say this because it constantly seems to come up in conversations lately. People, when you do not learn from your history, oftentimes you are doomed to repeat.
It.
Is this not how World War I and II initially started? Smaller countries getting into situations, and then everybody else had to jump their monkey butt in it.
Always.
Or got put in it for whatever reason, a la Pearl Harbor.
I know that's my birthday, June 6th. So, all right. So I don't even know who the fuck we allies with right now. That shit changed up so much.
Well, I'm glad there's more people than it was 2-3 years ago when Orange Clown pissed everybody off.
Well, who are we allies with? Are we allies with Ukraine?
We are.
Yeah, that's why we're going.
That's part of the problem.
I'm tired of losing all.
That's part of the problem because according to Vladimir Putin,
he's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, that episode of Scandal ain't jumped off yet. But anyway, according to him, that's part of his concern that they're going to enjoy NATO, and then all of a sudden it's going to be all of them against us. But they say the one of the key things is the fact that was part of the old Russia, and his true objective is to bring the old Russia back together.
Oh, he's trying to bring the Soviet Union back.
Basically.
Oh. Oh.
Right. He wants the Soviet Union on him.
Right.
Oh, wow.
when it
The
was
USSR.
superpower.
You need to stop all this bullshit because y'all know I've been trying to get back to Germany and I'm like ready to go. And now here the fuck y'all come with all this shit that's so
And if
close
you
to the
think
border.
they don't have no power to do stuff beyond our borders, just check out a couple of these episodes of Dish and Tea lately, or Get Off My Lawn Live.
Come
Hell,
on,
even
yes.
Game Time Audible, where all of a sudden we have these Russian people very interested in what we're doing. And
Yes. Remember when that first started a few months ago?
Yes, I do. I've been monitoring it rather.
Well, thank you, brother, because I have my mind been somewhere else. I'm glad you just said something.
So yeah, I see y'all seeing us. Please stop wasting your time sending that. And if y'all see any of those people in the comment, don't even comment on their comments, because even that might be more aware people.
Right, because y'all trying to hear what we talking about. Listen, ain't nothing we got to say that's gonna help y'all. I promise you, because we don't give a flying fuck.
You ain't about to influence who I'm voting on or nothing else. So stop wasting your time.
I don't give a flying fuck. We got our own shit to worry about. I ain't never seen us call a 911 button and other motherfuckers come over here to help.
Right.
Okay, how about that?
When shit go down over here, it's our own National Guard that gotta help. Where the fuck y'all niggas be? Especially y'all Canadians, I like y'all because when y'all used to come out to the field in Grafferville, y'all had some real good cooks.
Okay, what do they want? As long as they don't call me back. Okay. Ha! Okay.
That shit is retarded.
We already there. Yeah.
As always, and baby, and we know, and then if you was already in the military, we already know. If they told us they went in there last week, motherfucker, they was in there 3 weeks ago.
Right. Well, now they trying to say they on their way. You know.
No, well, then they all be there.
You don't come on TV with that announcement today if you don't already know it didn't jumped off to some.
Yeah. Okay. What did they? Putin want to bring back the old Soviet Union, so he's flexing his muscle like a James Bond villain. Ha! Okay.
That part.
Go ahead somewhere.
Hitler is making a move on the Capitol. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yes,
I used to work in Grab one. I sure did. I used to love it when the Canadians would come through. They could really cook.
Okay, what you say? I'm done. Okay.
Yes, I said y'all better not lift up a motherfucking phone to call me back.
I'm already okay. They never left. How about that? Right. And and not in the numbers, right? Because I know we've always had folks there because we're the watchdogs and carrying on. Like they keep saying we're gonna bring our babies home or whatever, but their job is to they still leave a number of folks behind.
Absolutely.
Now that's their job, and what they do, they just intertwine, for what I'm understanding. Now, I'm not a military baby, but that's something that I've learned just in listening to conversation.
Right. From my understanding, we got military presences all over the world, whether it's necessary or not.
Whether they know it or not. We have, if it's not just actual soldiers, then it's definitely intelligence. They're always everywhere.
CIA and FBI and such. Yeah.
And fucking agencies that we don't even know about. So guys, before we go to the next one, Misha, I want to say this because I didn't get a chance to tell you, but I had watched the documentary on the two men that were exonerated for killing Malcolm X.
Oh, I meant to watch that. Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. That motherfucker J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
That was a thug right there.
Yeah.
Cause baby, I'm a thug. Cause they knew from the very beginning that those other two men had nothing to do with that. They knew from the very beginning. The one man who is still alive, because one of them passed away years ago, that man was home with his wife and his kids. He wasn't nowhere near that ballroom. I can't know what they said about the other one, but the fact that, and then you got Malcolm's daughter on there saying like this was a great injustice. Like my father would not be happy to know that somebody was spending the rest of their lives in jail for something that they didn't do.
Right.
This shit was, y'all gotta watch.
Like that don't happen every day.
What channel was that on? Because I got to go put.
Where did I watch it? Oh shit.
What's the name of it?
Y'all know I got all these goddamn channels. I forget which one I watched it on. Somebody tell me, because you said it was so revealing. Want to tell us what it is, what channel you saw it on, which stream service you saw it on? Because I don't know if it was Netflix.
Because I likes me a good documentary.
It might have been on there. I'm not sure, but let's see if she remember, because I'm not in my room, so I
Is
can't.
it Malcolm X Make It Plain?
Netflix.
No, Make It Plain is Netflix. Make It Plain is the documentary that I listen to almost every night. It's the PBS documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, and it's going to, I forget the name of it, but it'll probably be there with the Black History shit.
Okay.
Blood Brothers, Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali.
No. That's a good one too, though. That's a good one. E. You should watch that one. But just to know, the man, you know, they kids and all kinds of stuff. So one of the wives was pregnant when they took their husbands away from the child. Ain't no, the shit is crazy to have these people from 65
Right.
to a few months ago.
Child.
You took away these people's whole lives. You got their kids saying, my dad was locked up, so I ain't had nobody to guide me. Now you talking about Islamic families to where dad and them is like always in the house, and that ain't the way you would have went if he was there.
How about
that? Was it like a whole series?
No, it's just one thing. Wait a minute, let me see. I'll tell you what it is. Because I did watch it earlier.
Sad.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really telling. It was on ABC's Nightline. Was it?
Watch the one on Martin Luther King on Hulu. J. Edgar is a whole bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You mess with Martin, honey. And remember when I was telling y'all before, I was watching those other documentaries, and I was saying how the Nation of Islam had been around since the 30s. Malcolm X wasn't born to what? When he came out of jail, it was in 1952. So they didn't really start talking about the Nation of Islam until when Malcolm came out of jail and started making it be more popular. However, J. Edgar Hoover already had sites on the Nation of Islam when they only had like 500 members countrywide. What you need to know about people that only got 500 members across the country? What you looking at them for?
Interesting.
Anytime it was a Black organization, they had paperwork on them. They had so much stuff on Marcus Garvey too. Before he started being on, they was just watching everybody.
Yeah, they was watching Elvis Presley. Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what's wrong with these damn people. Let me see. Go up to Mommy and Molly, because then I can see. Watch again. Recently, and y'all see Kanye got his stuff up there.
Okay. But here, while y'all doing that, let me take a slight little break because I want to make sure. Okay. And then when we come back, we're going to give them this information of where to find this at. Then I'm going to go into another topic, child.
Okay.
Oh, honey, yeah. There's a couple things we're going to do tonight, honey, because I'm telling y'all.
Well, you know we got to be up early.
Oh, child, we get up. We will get up. Okay.
Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
Avea, Liliana, Olivia, Nyla, and Nasia. This is Nana. Hey everyone, it is your girl Aunt Nikki, and I am here to tell you about my Alo Nana Creations collection. So let me tell you what this collection consists of right now. Right now we have all natural body butters, all natural rose water spray, and handcrafted crystals and beads jewelry That means you can get necklaces, you can get bracelets, you can get waist beads, you can get anklets. You can choose from what we already have, or you can give me a call, hit your girl up, honey, and tell me exactly what it is that you think that you need, and I will create a piece especially for you. Okay? So I want y'all to get into this. Yes, I sit here and bead every last one, honey. I'm having such a good time doing it. If you guys didn't see in the beginning when I called out those names, honey, Avea, Liliana, Olivia, Nala, and Nasia, those are my granddaughters. That is where the name Alo Nana came from. We started with the body butters. Then I went into the jewelry. And baby, I just added this rose water, honey. And I am telling you, it is amazing. Look at the ending credits to see where you can purchase you some, where you can order it.
Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and or services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com. And we are back.
I'm really mad because I can't find it. And I really watched it today. So now I'm not sure if it was on Netflix.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, if we can find the name of it, then
yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of the name, because it's not Who Killed Malcolm X. Who Killed Malcolm X is a docu-series on Netflix. I watched that like a couple months ago. That is on Netflix. But the one I watched today, maybe I watched it somewhere else. I don't know where though. Was it on Hulu?
Okay.
But I'll find it for you, Buck. Whenever I find it, I'll send it to you.
All right.
All right. Well, let's get into our next topic. And I'll just play this. Let me play this. Okay.
Oh Lord.
What it is I'm a flip. No, let me go here. Let me go here because this here's everything.
So what I cannot do is work for y'all for free. So Tyler Perry says, well, I think outside the box, and I'm not scared of them white boys. So, I'm just trying to tell you for your own good. Well, if you think outside the box and you're not scared of those white boys, why are you trying to tell me to do something that I'm not contractually obligated to do? So then I said, well, listen, I don't care where the money comes from.
Pay me.
I don't care where the money comes from. He said, well, I'm not in the business of writing checks for free. I said, and I'm not in the business for working for free. So we have a mutual agreement. No problem. We got up, we hugged, everything is good. When they knew that I was not going to be the actress or be the one to say, because it's them, I got to do it. No, I don't care who it is. That's not fair for you to want me to work for free just because it's you. So now here comes the blackball.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Now here comes, she's difficult to work with. Her and her husband, they are difficult. They are these difficult people. So now nobody's going to touch Monique because Oprah Winfrey said nothing. Though there was a conversation that she had with my husband and she agreed with the position that was being taken. So when it hit that I was difficult, she stayed quiet and said nothing. When we find out that Tyler Perry has actually told another director named David Talbert, how difficult I was to work with. And David Talbert told Tyler Perry, he said, Monique was a joy. Like, I didn't have any problem. Yeah, well, she was really difficult to work with when we worked with her. Well, Tyler Perry, you never worked with me. We never worked together. When we did Precious, you came on after we said, cut, that's a wrap and it's over. So now we sit in that. And that's been a decade.
Yeah.
That's been a decade. And Tyler Perry called my husband and I.
Yes.
And we recorded that conversation. And Tyler Perry in that conversation says, what I did to you was wrong.
And ladies and gentlemen, I did hear that conversation. I was privy to hear that conversation, and Monique is telling the truth.
I've had people call Tyler Perry. Al Sharpton called Tyler Perry, and from my understanding, Tyler Perry was like, listen, I don't want to revisit that. I don't have nothing to say about it. Kevin Hart called Tyler Perry. I don't want to revisit. I don't have nothing to say about it. Now, when Al Sharpton heard the tape, because he heard it, he said, that man is wrong. And you're like my daughter, so I'm going to have to call him up. Kevin Hart heard the tape. He said, Mo, I called him, and he said he don't want to revisit it. And I didn't push that. I was grateful that he kept his word, and he called. Our mutual friend, when I explained what was really going down, she was like, I'm not with that. Let me call him. And she called him. And he said, I don't want to revisit that. Then he called back while we were on the phone, and he said, no, I changed my mind. I will meet with Monique, but not with her husband. And then she has to apologize to me and Oprah Winfrey for saying that we had anything to do with ruining her career. Now that was recent. So as I sit here with you and you say, wait a minute, I heard that man say he was wrong.
Yes, I did hear it.
And was going to apologize. Well, that's turned into, now I'll meet with you, not with your husband, and now you have to apologize to me. How does that happen? And I'll tell you how, and I want to look right into the camera if I can. Oftentimes when it comes to a black woman speaking up and speaking out, it goes unheard until she dies. Then once she dies, then we go back and say, well, she was right and let's make a movie about it. See, I can give you their names, Eartha Kitt. I can give you their names, Hazel Scott. I can give you their names, Fannie Lou Hamer. I can give you their names, Hattie McDaniel. All of those women took a stand. And all of those women left here heartbroken, unhealthy, looking at a community saying, y'all know I'm right, but why won't anybody say anything? People will ask me, do you dislike or do you hate Oprah and Tyler and Lee? No, let me be clear. I love those people. We love those people. My husband and I love, they're our brothers and sisters. And as my husband always say, Mama, we ain't calling nobody out. We simply calling them up to say, listen, let's make our community better by making it right, not keep running and hiding behind what you consider is your power.
All right.
Okay, Mo.
All right. Let's get into it, honey. Let's dish this tea real cutely.
Yes, because
you already know that we've never thought she was wrong. We just didn't like the way she went about it.
I've heard versions of this story over the last 8 years. I remember when she went on Kevin Hart's Comedy Gold and had that discussion, and then the phone call happened soon after that, after he promised her he would call Tyler Perry. I remember her talking to Earthquake on his show about it. I remember her talking to Cameraman. I mean, this has played out over the years, the same story. We all know this. In the end, it boils down to three things. One, you could say, Smurfy, look, okay, this is what you want. Let's do this. I need to get my money back rolling. We can revisit this after I'm back on and everybody see what's really good. Two, you could look at it like, okay, I didn't say what I said. They didn't say what they said. Either you're going to go this way or that way. There are people in Hollywood that don't smurf for Tyler Perry. You could work with them. Or three, at some point, you got to be like, look, I'm going to take my share of this, but can I get back on now? My grandkids got to eat too.
Here's where it is. here's where all this is, okay? And y'all know Nikki Gilbert had just put this up on her LinkedIn. She took the same clip. Let me give credit to where this is due. This particular clip, y'all know my sister T.S. Madison, honey, has doing a new show. This was her season finale for her show on Fox Soul, okay, called Turn Up with T.S. Madison. And this was a full circle moment for her because the day that this aired, if y'all watch the entire show, she tells Monique it was 4 years ago, this past Tuesday, 4 years ago, the very day that they went through the technical difficulties when they were the Queen's Court, and she and Kaya, all that. And it was all of that, okay, and all that ugliness, and how her and Kaya broke up and this, that, and the other because of all of that, okay?
Oh yeah, because Monique was on. Yup. Oh, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, Monique was the guest.
Yep.
Okay, and so that's what that was. So this was a full circle
Kaya
moment
showed her ass
for her. Okay, and so I'm going to go here because I my commentaries over the years, honey, I've been very critical of Mo. Okay, very critical, and still am. And the reason why I am is because it's not that I don't believe her. Because I believe her. I'm really
believed her from the gate. It was just the way she was
really
going about it.
she's going about.
I'm
Now she
Team
seemed a little
Monique
bit
all
more.
day. But years ago, I did a Big Meats moment when I said right fight, wrong tactics. Okay, and I'm gonna say that again: right fight, wrong tactics. Okay, but here the fight has now it's been elevated, and I'm going. And I said this. I wrote this out, and I'm gonna make sure her people see this particular part of this because, you know, well, I got history with her husband, so I'm not gonna rehash that.
You too, huh?
I got history.
Therein lies most of the
However,
what you come
what
in
is happening is what is happening is
no. You know, I had to invite your friend to this conversation if they still up.
Oh,
you know, this is one of her favorite subjects.
Who? Barbara.
You try to pick which book you won't read.
Okay.
Which book you try to get out, but which one you try?
Here's where it is. I'm Team Monique, but this is where this is, and I wish that they would do this. What she just did there, that part where she said, "Let me look into the camera." And she said, when black women stick up in there, but they get the blah blah blah, all that. That's the part where she needs to start leading from, because what we have here, this is no longer about whether or not it's fair or whether she's getting paid what she's supposed to get paid. What this is now, this is about exoneration.
Right.
Her fight is telling them, listen, you agreed with my position in private. Say it to the world so y'all can clear my name.
Or if you was my friend and you didn't agree with it, then you should have told me I was wrong.
Right. Clear my motherfucking name
Right.
so
Or
that
at the
I
best,
can
agree to disagree. Shoot.
See, if y'all clear my name so that I can go and have better bargaining power, you know.
Now I'll say this though, even though, like I said, I didn't really like the way she went about it in the beginning, and if it's just my personal opinion is, baby, you letting your husband fuck up your business. However, being friends with those two people, she's let y'all know in private how bad it hurt. She's let you know in public how bad it hurt.
Right.
Y'all could take 2 seconds and say, I just want to apologize. Because now it just seems like it's a bunch of motherfuckers trying to stand on their guns like, fuck it, I ain't saying shit.
And that's what, and everybody is.
Still richer than the motherfucker. Meanwhile, she
wait a minute, but see, wait. I'm gonna take Oprah out of that because here's the other part of this that need not be Oprah. Okay, because y'all just heard her say she pissed at Oprah because Oprah didn't stand up on her behalf. Oprah did what most businessmen do. Bitch, that ain't my fight. That's yours.
Yeah,
that's between you and Tyler. Tyler bumping his motherfucking gums, not me. Okay, but see her beef with Oprah is something personal.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, we've talked about that. Her
That's
beef
what
with
they could have
Oprah.
sat down on a Super Soul Sunday.
Hello.
X that shit the
Her
fuck
beef
out.
with Oprah is something personal and ain't got shit to do with this. Okay. Now that you say Oprah have said and that she agreed with your position. Okay, if that's how you feel, fine. Okay. I ain't got to pay for my jet no way. That's fuel I got to pay for. Never mind. But why is it that you so hell-bent that Oprah say something when she not the one bumping her goddamn gums? Because the one who should have been saying something should have been Lee. Lee, you keep saying I had my contract with Lee Daniels.
Exactly. It should have came from him first.
It should have came from him first, but he threw her under the bus. The queen that she is, honey, threw Miss Thing up under the bus.
Honey. Yes, come on, Miss Daniels.
Okay. So now this is where this is. Your beef is with Tyler. Now let me go here and say this as a proviso. Because this tape that they're talking about, I'm not sure. There's had to be a second conversation. Because remember, the first conversation she taped, they released that tape.
I thought they did. That's why I was like, I thought everybody heard.
Yeah, this was another conversation.
They released that tape, remember, because he was supposed to be going public after Woo 2, Madea Halloween 2 or whatever.
Boo, right.
Came out. Boo 2. Okay, he was supposed to be doing that then, but he in that particular tape that they played, which I was mad at her about for doing that shit.
Yeah, because I was like, who?
Because I'm like, how you want them to trust you or whatever, and you just a fuck shit like this. Right. Now I understand that was emotion. I get it, and I'm sure looking back in this particular fight, she's like, damn, I could have did this better, blah 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 blah. Because like I said, right fight, bitch, wrong tactics. Okay. Because now you not just show Hollywood or whoever else, you can't be trusted.
You messy because you know a lot of Hollywood is based on what goes on behind closed doors.
You know,
your brother Steve Harvey tried to tell you that when you went on his show with that.
When Steve went, now her and Steve, now I'm glad he apologized to her, but you know, in their minds, too little, too late.
Right.
You know, because her position was, you should have came to me first before you went on the air and said what the fuck you said. All right, I got all that. But he was like, but then like he said, well, what the fuck was I gonna tell you? Because you was some motherfucking headstrong, bitch. What?
Right.
Wasn't nobody gonna talk you out of it because this whole thing on banning Netflix, that was rich folks shit.
Right.
Because when she talking about the ban, we didn't understand what the ban was until she outlined that contract. When she came forth and said what the contract was and put that all out on the internet and they outlined that contract, hell yeah, I was mad. I was mad for her. Because I'm like, how the hell you gonna offer her $500,000 but then tell her she got to sit for 2 years?
Right. And she's the Oscar award winner. Like, you out your fucking mind.
She can't do shit for 2 years and they want to only give you half. And then she said, and I said this in the documentary that I did, well, not documentary, it's the thing that I did.
I was going to say, what other document you only been in mine?
You say that shit when you out on the road and carrying on, honey, you make $3,000 to $4,000 $4 million a year. They wanted you to sit for 2. Bitch, your negotiation should have started. If I'm sitting for 2, this need to be at least we starting at 8.
Right.
Because you want me to sit down for 2 years.
For 2 years.
And I can't do no work. Then
I can't do no new material. I can't go nowhere. I can't do nothing. You got to cover what it costs for me to be able.
And then can't use this. Because the content that she was creating for that was supposed to be exclusive. She couldn't use it. So now that there was where, okay, no, you no. So the contract, which she laid it out as I get it. Okay, bitch, no, your negotiations is wrong. Okay, no. So we like, okay, fine. Well, now that we are here, my whole thing is her argument now. And she needs to come off of this thing about being fair and equality, because that's not what this is. It's adjacent to it, but that's not what this is. Your thing is clear my goddamn name. Clear my name. Because if you're willing to say it privately, come on out and say it publicly so the kids will know what's going on.
That's it.
And this is what she got in her favor. If Kevin Hart heard the tape, Al Sharpton heard the tape,
and they both called
him. A mutual friend heard the tape, and all 3 of them called you, and then he said, "I don't want to talk about it no more." That's where this is. Now you got Maddie sit up there. Maddie say, "Oh yeah, I heard the tape." Oh, I heard it. So now the onus is on Tyler. Nigga, do right.
Just
Now,
do right. Clear her name.
Wait a minute. You know what? Even if he don't want to clear her name, what he need to do is hire her in one of them goddamn Medea pictures.
That's
and
all.
Pay her the money that if you say she can make $8 million a goddamn movie because she won an Oscar, then niggas pay her $9 million in good favor and put her in the next damn movie.
And you ain't got to direct it. You got that big ass motherfucker say, let somebody else direct it. You ain't even got to be directly in.
Film her next comedy special at the Tyler Perry Studios, pay for everything, and pay her for her work.
How about that? How about that?
Would be great.
Now, how about that? And then let her go down as co-executive producer because that could be Hicks Productions.
Yep.
Put it on BET
Plus. And us as black people gonna love it because it's like, okay, they squashed the beef, even if they really didn't.
Okay, well, then preach me, darling. Lee Daniels is part of the key to the whole hot mess problem.
And yes, he needs to come out and just apologize because you was wrong for that shit back then.
You want to play in Hollywood, you got to learn the game. Yeah, that's true. But as you see,
been in Hollywood for years. She know the damn game.
This game. The thing of it is that they want her to be quiet.
Yeah.
But see what pissed me off with her quietness is that she went after Steve Harvey. She went after damn Whoopi Goldberg.
She let her feelings. She let her feelings.
Now you dragging folks into this shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Everybody name in here. You
she let her hurt feelings lead as something that should have been taken on as business.
Right.
Her feelings was hurt, and the people who she felt like should have been on her side, like coming up in comedy, like I could see her being mad at Steve. That's like me being mad at one of them two.
She didn't sign it because of what the offer was. Okay, let me go back to the beginning.
She didn't sign it. She never signed it.
He never signed Netflix's contract because it was fucked up. Part of what the negotiation process was is that you got to talk about other people's money. You know, brought up Amy Schumer because Amy Schumer sat up there and she says that if y'all go watch the whole thing with TS Madison. She talked about that. Amy Schumer was saying when they offered Amy Schumer her thing, Amy Schumer was like, okay, well, wait a minute. I think they had offered her maybe $8 million at first. And then they got to talk about Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. They got 20. Okay. They got 20. So she was like, well, I'm not one of the legends, honey, but I deserve more than this. So she ended up getting 11, or was it 13? One of the two. Okay.
It went up from the 8. That's for them.
It went up. Okay. So now she's saying when they sat down and negotiated, they call her a legend. When they called Monique a legend, well, you one of the legends. She said, well, why is my legend?
She's the original queen of comedy, and she's the Oscar winner.
Why is my legend different from theirs? How come I'm not up here with them? You know, and so that's what it was. But part of this is you went in there talking about somebody else's money.
Yep.
Okay.
You said, it should have just been about hers. You should have said
it should have been about her.
To sit down for 2 years.
You want me to? Your contract, the contract said I got to sit for 2 years. No, that means baby shit. All of my
everything I would have made and probably a little bit more for years.
Exactly. Now you know what, and I'm gonna tell you something. Why that was in my ear because I remember Aretha Franklin saying this about Mariah and somebody else when they got called to go and judge for American Idol. Everybody like, she can pay umpteen millions of dollars, and the reason, well, they got to compensate for all the missed gigs she's not going to have, the concert.
Exactly. You know how much it costs to go to one of them goddamn concerts?
When she said, I said, oh, you know what? And I said, oh, well, that's a lesson for me because I didn't think about that, you know. So that is when I started talking about this, that, and the other.
Hey, man, where's Meech? I mean, damn, where's Bigger?
What is it?
Where Bigger? Somebody to compromise his phone?
Mute his mic.
Compromise his phone, like
mute your mic, Rick.
There you go.
Okay. So I thought he was doing one of his little skits.
I had to give it a few seconds myself.
Okay. So with that,
Russians leave us alone.
Right. So with that there is where all this is. Now I wanted to bring this up because again, one of the things about the story is that it's her story, and that there seems to be the thing that it is. But my gig is with this, Miss Thing, this story has elevated because just like you said, now where it was, I'm difficult. Now it turn, oh, you're gonna sit with me, but now you want to sit with me by myself. And then I got to apologize to y'all. Fuck that. Okay. And we like, okay. And now I'm like, okay, but now they nitpicking, I've always said that she was right because
that's a Tyler Perry power trip.
Because all of that where she is there. I got my own personal feelings about whether or not, how everybody feeling about her husband and carrying on as far as his business practices, because all I know is I have my experience in a conversation, and it was business, but it wasn't negotiations like that. We had a discussion, okay, and all I know was this: that motherfucker came at me wrong, okay, came at me wrong. I understood why, but bitch, no. Okay, so just on what I went through, I can only imagine what everybody else goes through because they're on a whole nother level. We're talking money, we're talking everything else. Okay, so I can only imagine what they got. Okay, all in the name of love and carrying on because he's a gift to somebody, honey. He didn't come, out of pocket. But he was enough to where I had to maintain myself because he was about to be a whole bunch of motherfuckers, a whole bunch of them. Okay, but we remain cool. So what you saying? He a bitch? Okay, I'm gonna let you have those words, honey.
Look.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have those words. No, but what I know,
I gotta get this ceiling painted. But look, I gotta get this ceiling painted. Wow.
And carrying on. Okay.
Look, we ain't trying to get blackballed over here on this.
No, it ain't about being blackballed.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation.
He came at him wrong.
And it's just me telling my truth of it because if you could Google me, honey, and I will pop up, honey. He doesn't. Oh.
I ain't never seen it. I ain't seen a Hicks production, Sidney Hicks on. I watch credits because film is what the fuck I do. Look, I watch credits because film is what I do. So if I don't do nothing at the end of the movie, I'm the bitch just sitting there reading credits. I ain't never seen this name on shit.
Be that as it may. So, but I wanted to bring that up because again, I'm saying, listen, exonerate this woman, honey.
Yeah, can y'all
exonerate
please?
her?
First of all, y'all are letting people miss out on the funny that is Monique.
Yeah, now her talent speaks for itself, and the world needs her talent.
And keep in mind, it's not like she ain't eating at all. She just recently was on the Shaq's comedy special with Earthquake in them, so
what that's on?
Oh, I didn't see that.
They recorded it. It'll be out sometime later on in the year. Interesting thing, one of the comedians that they had was T.I.
Oh yeah, T.I. is trying his little chops.
Yeah. And they had a fit about it.
I'm sure, but here's my thing. I think.
Oh, thank you, baby.
I think what it is that he needs to go into comedy acting and deal with scripted comedy.
Yeah, like I love when he's in little movies and stuff because T.I. did good in Takers.
Yeah, as long as he's there, I think that's where he is, and then
he's
learn
trying
the craft.
to be like, he want to tell his little. He's giving me, and excuse me, y'all, if you feel some type of way about the name I'm about to say, then oh fucking well. But he's giving me like back in the day Bill Cosby vibes, like he just want to tell the stories about his family and shit like that, funny shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of that's what I'm getting from his little stand up. It's like family stuff, and I mean, I'm sure he cussing and whatnot, his big words and shit like that. But let him do his little thing. He all right.
Like I said, he get enough respect from some of the comedy veterans to say that let him try it.
Flame said he
on my
just needs
nerves,
to get like a coach.
Okay.
Now, he do got a coach.
Who he
Earthquake
got?
talked about that on his show. He
You got Earthquake?
He been coaching him.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah. So that
I
there
would've
was
thought
that.
he
So
would've had
so
somebody
let's
like Bruce Lee.
exonerate her
Him and Rodney
name
Perry, actually.
and do the full press of it. Now hell, Tyler, you got the studio, honey. You can make a whole Tyler Perry show out of it and sit down there and sit her ass down. Y'all beef it out, hash it out. Y'all can bring Oprah. Hell, y'all can
Get
have
a
Iyanla
Iyanla.
Van Zandt.
Get a Iyanla, honey. Come
To be
fix
the
all that
moderator.
shit.
Okay. And sit down and do this shit and do it the right way and let the black folks know that we love each other, carrying on. Have a
Okay,
bitch
have a
fest.
big old Super Soul Sunday. Do Oprah still do that?
Yeah.
I mean, bottom line,
Big old Super Soul
if
Sunday.
Isaiah
big
and Magic
Tupac
Johnson
chauffeur.
worked it out and Shaq and Kobe worked it out, y'all can work it
Look,
out.
you get Iyanla and you get Deepak Chopra and just have a good old kumbaya here, light some sage.
I would get out of it because I was just ready to hit the
Yeah,
dog.
y'all need me to send y'all a healing crystal? I seen my crystal.
Okay.
I got a couple owls for you for some wisdom.
Okay. So be that as it may, honey, exonerate this woman's name, honey, because it's really time. She got a new deal on the table. I mean, she just inked a new partnership with something, so she got some new stuff coming. So that's good. She has a lucrative deal, actually. That somebody.
I'm not gonna lie, I miss Monique. I miss seeing her. Like the BET Awards wasn't ever hosted better. Monique hosted the shit out them fucking awards.
Everybody remember that award, especially because of what Rick James had to say. Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James.
Bitch.
Right.
Yeah, I have white sage. I got dragon's blood. I got regular sage, baby. We got it all around here.
So be that as it may.
When she did Beyonce, remember when she did Beyonce?
Yeah, that was hot. That was hot.
Baby, she did that shit.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into this last little thing for the evening.
What is it?
I'm gonna play this.
Every boy needs and yearns for and loves his dad regardless of the circumstances. And it took a while for me to realize that things were out of whack. It took a while for me to realize that my father wasn't there and that I really spent very little time with my father. My mother was a strict disciplinarian. People ask me all the time, how'd you grow up in drug-infested, gang-infested South Central Los Angeles? Really during the time of, when crack cocaine and gang violence and everything else. How'd you grow up in that and not end up in that world? And my honest answer is because I feared Francis Bauckham more than any gangster in the street. I was more afraid of my mother than anybody else. And in fact, they were as well. When I was old enough to run into a little trouble, we got on a Greyhound bus and went from Los Angeles, California to Beaufort, South Carolina over a 2.5 or 3 day bus ride. And I spent a year or so with her oldest brother, my uncle, who was a retired drill instructor in the Marine Corps. And I got out of trouble in a hurry. But it was amazing to spend a year with a man in the house. My uncle had learned how to train dogs in the military. Of course, he learned how to train men in the military as well. We did manly things together. And he brought me a rifle, a pellet gun. I went hunting and fishing, and he was a scuba diver, and it was like living with G.I. Joe. I saw masculinity. I saw a man who lived with his wife. I saw a man be married. I saw a man lead. I mean, all of those things that I just had not seen before.
All right. Some of y'all may be wondering, okay, that sounds good. Why is he, girl? Okay. This is why I played that, because there was one line up in there that made my blood boil. And the line was when he said, I saw what masculinity is.
Well, elaborate on why it made your blood boil.
Why did it make my blood boil? Because when he stood up there and said, we did manly things. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Okay. Here we go. But before I elaborate on why it makes me bored, because see, as a gay man, it's gonna be real easy for fuckers to sit down there and come from me. Okay.
Right. That's why I want you
real easy
to elaborate,
okay.
not
And
like
that's what you
nobody
read.
else.
Keep up the good work. 1470 Entertainment Group.
All right.
Thank you.
But the reason why it upsets me is because, or just make me curdle, is because what I get tired of, because everything that he just said, you know, oh, he bought me a pellet gun, he bought me a rifle, we went scuba, you know, deep sea fishing, and I'm like,
stereotypes.
Here we go.
Well,
and I'm and the
no, Nikki,
the bigger conversation that I want to come out of this is exactly what does being a man, or for a man to step up, what does that mean? And particularly for us as Black men or Black males, okay, why is that so important? Because we have allowed that one word with 4 syllables, masculinity, to become the bane of our existence, to where if nothing reaches that bar, then it is not. If it is not this hardness, if it is not whatever this is, all of the stereotypes that supposed to represent man or being a man has had, hell, now he just said what kept his ass alive was the fact that he was afraid of his mama. Okay? At things. But now, one of the things I would, let me say this, because I've always said that a woman can't raise a man. Okay? I say that all the time. A woman cannot raise a man. She could raise a gentleman. She could raise a wonderful human being. And she, you know, he could be all of this, but a woman can't raise a man. Is there are certain things that whole idea of coming into manhood that males need from another man. But when we talk about masculinity, see, this is where I get up in my feelings, because that word there, it seems to be so rigid, and we do not want to expand that motherfucking definition.
All right.
Hold on. I mean, bottom line is, Shaq, we all know that he needs a pedicure. If he gets one, does that not make him a man?
Shaq, fuck the NBA, fuck the NFL, fuck all that.
Go ahead.
Fuck all that. See, but I know you have been watching and you have seen how he feels about that word.
Mm-hmm.
Before this show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to pay attention sometimes, Meech. We all have our qualms of different things.
Yeah.
But the way that man was expressing that, was based off of circumstantial situations.
And it was for him.
Because let me tell you something where people take the word masculinity. Masculinity, yes, it has 4 syllables, but 5 syllables. Okay.
I was going to say that when Meech first said it, but I need to let him.
But it has 5 syllables. What I'm trying to say is it's a multi-syllabicated word that doggone also has multi-creative curriculum to be placed in based on circumstance.
And what it is to
it is a big, powerful word that is set up into a file cabinet of its own.
That's good.
You understand what I'm saying? Because
give it to me, but break it down, because
man, okay, hold on, because this gonna I'm gonna break it down where you gonna get what I'm saying. To me, masculinity, it goes on because I'm kind of, my mindset is wider than a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? But masculinity could be the femininity that you have within yourself, teaching a young Black man your culinary expertise. You being a gay man, having those actual doggone articulate ways that a female would have in the kitchen, showing specifics in different type of things. But you are training him up to be a masculine man that can take care of himself.
Right.
Well, that masculine
other
man
side of
his daughter's
it could be
hair.
me teaching him how to hang a door. Me teaching him how to put a doggone air filter inside of any motor of American car. You know what I'm saying? Two different worlds, two different things, same word.
But okay.
Because look, as like when he said he feared his mom, so I was that black mom, right?
And
let me tell you what I heard him say. I heard him say he was longing for a man, for his dad to be in the house. He was never there, and until he got in trouble, he didn't know what it was like for a mother and a father to be in the house, work together, show you what to grow up and do. I don't think it had anything to do with the sexuality part of it.
No, that's not where I'm going.
For him, that was what the masculinity part of it was, what it looked like for him.
Interesting. I'll accept that because I'm going from what he gave. However,
because the way he gave it, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
After you and I've had so many heart-to-hearts about this, and then got down and dirty with this word.
Yeah,
all the way from Judge Joe Clown. You know what I'm saying? We have gotten down and dirty with this.
Imagine this though. Imagine this. Imagine if he was a gay man. And let's say he was a gay man leaning more to the feminine side.
Okay.
I bet you he wouldn't have described it like that.
Maybe not, but let's take all that out. Because that has nothing to do with it. What the part that I'm getting at is we as men, particularly black men, that word I saw what masculinity is, and I'm like, okay, what the hell is this? Because you've been around it. Now it may have been a negative representation because you're dealing with the street thugs and dealing with that.
And I think that's what he was getting at.
But wait, because no, that's not what I heard. Because you saw masculinity, you saw it. It may have been negative, but you saw masculinity in them streets where you from. Because that's what
he was really trying to say, that he saw
masculinity. Hold on, you saw masculinity when he feared the way he feared his mama and the things that his mother instilled in him was a sign of masculinity. Because we all start out as specimens of estrogen,
right? But even still, and I say this because a lot of my masculine characteristics, because my father was not there, was from a female masculine standpoint. Okay,
well, that's what he had at first.
And that's what he had along with
like Red is saying, you don't even become a man unless a good part of your mother's DNA is part of your initial DNA.
But
men make women make men.
But listen, him being around all the, I'm gonna say this because it wasn't necessarily masculine that the streets and the dope boys and the gangs and everything that was males around him. Yeah. So I think he took it as this was a negative thing. My mother said I better not get into it, and the second he did, she sent him somewhere where he can see what I'm not even gonna say what real men, I'm gonna say what positive men do, what people who are not in the street do.
Now that's but what you just said, just what we just arguing over, what everything you just said, just proved my point of why I had to raise this question. Because see, that's not what was said. What was said was I learned masculinity, I saw masculinity, and so now here the question that I'm raising is, as males, that particular bar, because everything that came out of his mouth was all stereotypical shit that men are supposed to do.
But if he was raised so long with his mom, think about this. Let's talk about television. If he was raised so long with his mom, right?
Right.
Okay, hold on. So his exemplification, his examples of masculinity in a male is going to be something that probably came from television, broadcasting, and those are the stereotypical things that you're going to see. So that's what he looked for in what he thought was masculinity in the world, because his mama couldn't show that to him.
Possibly, but I'm still going to give you the environment because you still got in trouble. You got in trouble. That's why your mama sent you down here to her brother.
Because you was hanging out with Ray Ray.
Got it. But still, but hanging out with Ray Ray showed you masculinity, but something that
it showed you ignorance.
Same thing.
No,
Same
I don't
thing.
think so.
I listen.
You a masculine gay man, but I don't see nothing ignorant about your demeanor.
Because I don't present myself that way either.
I think, but when you talk about the things that he did when he was there, and he called that masculinity, because he wanted to do those things, and he liked doing
I got all
them.
that. Listen, hold on, because we're not debating whether he liked it, whether he this, that, and other. That's not the debate. The debate is about men. What is it that is so masculine that we have to call it masculinity? Because anything that doesn't match that requirement or doesn't meet that definition falls short. I could sit up there and be a gay man all day, but I'm still preference as a gay man, okay, unless nobody clocked my teeth. Because if I was a masculine gay man, then I would be normal, because wouldn't nobody clock my teeth.
All right, so let's get the actual definition. He put up the actual definition of masculine, and let's break it down.
All right. Because everything he said was what he needed to bring him into himself. Okay.
Right.
He was, and to be fair, I'm sure that he was probably in his prepubescent years, those learning years, the teenage years, where, like y'all heard me say this before with my nephews, he's at that age where I got to go put my foot in his damn chest.
Right.
Okay.
When you start smelling yourself.
Start smelling and realize he got a dick. Oh shit. Okay. Now we got to put some parameters on this. So he's probably at that age. Now, for those of y'all, yes, I just said that because I had to do this with my nephews. You goddamn right. No, you're gonna understand what it means to be a man and not just sitting up here being some kind of little punk or whatever that is. Now, yeah, that came from me because I'm the firstborn of my mother's children. And as the example, you know, I had to go and show them. Now, they're heterosexual men, okay? But they had to understand a few things about life from me as a man to another young man.
So okay.
Okay, go ahead.
The definition of masculinity is qualities or attributes regarded as characteristic of men.
So that's broad. That's very broad.
It's very broad,
which means that it could be more than, it could mean some things to some males and something to somebody else.
Which is what my point is, because I have been fighting for us to look at that word and let it expand its definitions, because sometimes we get so caught up, particularly our heterosexual community. No, I can't put that all on.
Okay, well, let me give you another definition.
I can't put that all on the straight shooter because
according to this one, it says masculinity is the quality of manliness, habits and traits that society considers to be appropriate for a man.
Okay,
bingo.
That's exactly what Meech is talking about.
Bingo, right there.
There you go.
Where's that coming from? Please quote that source, please.
Let me see. Stand by.
Ha-ha!
Vocabulary.com.
Vocabulary.com. Hot damn. What you say?
But they say what society says, right?
Right.
Different societies, though.
And that there is why I get
the habits and traits that society considers to be appropriate for a man.
Because I get hell bent on that, because in this day and age where we all know what broken homes look like, especially in our communities, which is still a lie, because I still love to quote the CDC's report that said Black men are the best fathers in this country.
They are.
Okay. And I love quoting that.
Am I a part of society?
Are you?
I'm saying, but did I not just say that it was masculine for the gay man to be teaching his son those ways? Did I just not say all that?
We gave you your props on that, darling. So what are you crying about?
No.
Yeah.
No. If I was crying, then your shoes would be wet. No, that's not what's happening. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Not all the way over here, honey. I don't need your pools, darling. I don't need your pools. Okay.
Well, that's what I was saying too. That societies, there are many different societies, so that can take on so many different forms, and I feel like.
But it's that type of word. It's a formulated. That's what I was trying to say.
It's a word, yeah. Like, yeah. But I feel like it's masculine for fathers to know how to do their daughter's hair and not you know,
afraid of it,
you can get on, like the guys that get online now. They get online, honey. They be tossing their little baby's hair up. They be cute going to daycare.
Well, you know
but
what?
Before, back in the day, Pop and them would have seen somebody doing their hair and said, "Boy, get your damn man. What you doing? You can't be doing that."
But here's
But
where
now
this
it's
is.
easing up.
I wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. I was doing my daughter's hair.
Here's what this is, because the bonding time. See, everything that Mr. was saying in his thing about, and it's a series on YouTube. It's called Men Stepping Up. Okay. He described about the bonding, understanding what that was to have somebody who was another man, a black man who cared about him, who was interested in his development. Okay. Interested in learning what it was that he liked to do, showed him some things, introduced him to the world in a whole new set of eyes. Okay. As a heterosexual man, he got to see what it was to see a loving couple embrace and take care of a household. So that's what I'm saying. What he said is that not the problem. I got all what he was saying. My fight becomes when we have these discussions, because a lot of straight people will get into this whole do-I-diddy of what it means to, because you hear the word real man or this, that, and the other. And oftentimes me and my community, we're never up in that particular category unless folks like Red will sit down there and say, well, hell, you do this or you do this. But I would be considered an anomaly in the conversation. But when you look at the world, honey, we've been doing it forever.
But when I hear, let me tell you what I hear when I hear real man, when I hear a black man saying, I'm a real man.
I'm a real man.
You know what I hear?
What?
Ray with a video game, no job, driving.
Come on. Exactly. Remember when I said you ain't got to worry about a strong black woman running around saying she a strong black woman because she just is.
Right.
And that's the same thing with a black man.
That's just like y'all been around
me.
He
ain't got to prove it to nobody
y'all
because
been around me and watching y'all been watching my transition for this last year of what's going on. And you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, this is a good moment for me to even announce this. The reason I got off of here for a minute ago, because I just was called by some bishops and apostles and everything, and they have called me into my anointing. And they told me that they see who I am and the reason I'm able to know these things that I know. And they explained it to me.
Okay.
They explained it to me. So there's some big things coming for me.
Okay. Okay.
And these are people that I have not ever stood in front of.
Okay. Step into your greatness, darling.
Come on, walk into your destiny.
Okay.
So that's why I started laughing, because I
let it be so. Amen.
Yeah, I didn't understand it, but I just been meditating on it, and all of a sudden I got that phone call. That's what I was laughing about when I came back.
Okay. So a lot of the times when we get into these particular discussions, and see, this is why I need to get into a group of, I need to have my black man round table and things.
That's this year, bro. We're talking about that anymore. We're gonna do it.
Because these are the kinds of things that have to be discussed, because we have to open that up. Single fathers now have never got the due that they deserve, which is why a lot of these cats who doing their kids' hair on online and carrying on, a lot of them are single fathers. Many are not, but a lot of them are, and they're able to sit down there and say, hey, I've got to make a life out of this. You know what I'm saying?
We got these people in our circle. We got Maurice Miller. We got Robert Johnson in Alabama. These people are willing to come on. These are successful single fathers.
Okay.
That, you know what I'm saying, that know what we're doing here. That will definitely not gonna step up. We need to really do this.
You uncomfortable with the so-called
feminine side. Real men, a real man means you're uncomfortable with the so-called feminine side. That's real good, Juana.
I get that.
That's a real man.
I get that.
I get what
you ain't got that. You don't understand what she's saying.
No. I get Buck. Break it down.
I get what she's saying, but it was just a way. I get it.
Okay. Buck, break it down, Buck.
Okay, see what it is this. You protest too loudly. I believe that's the expression.
Right.
You feel like you have to come out and be like, I'm a real man. Real men do this, and this, because one, by definition, you feel that if you do things that is beyond the realm of that, now you must question your masculinity.
Exactly.
Or have other people question you importantly. So if you are one of those people that care about what people think.
That's why when I hear that, Buck, and we standing around a circle, most of the time I make little sarcastic statements. Nigga, we know that's a Cadillac.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
Who the hell asked you that?
Okay.
Exactly.
That, and then also even in the sexual connotation, because I always hear that in the sexual connotation. Oh shit, she want a real man, blah 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 blah. Nigga. Okay.
That's when you're supposed to do an anatomy breakdown.
Shit, that real man somewhere being quiet, breaking her motherfucking back in. You understand me? He ain't
Exactly.
talking about
Oh
it.
Lord, we interrupt this moment for a wet moment.
What the hell is-
So that there is where this is. I would love, and we're going to facilitate this so that we can have a panel discussion, because see, one of the things that plagues us as Black men is that word, because everybody, the power to the people, children, and everybody who feels as though that Black masculinity is under attack.
Hey, Buck,
Okay.
you a real man?
All day, every day.
You a real man, Meech?
As real as they come.
Y'all heard what my brother said.
That's not up.
That is what my brother said.
Hey, my expectations have been met and recorded.
You better come on and tell him, look, and my fucking MacBook about to damn die. Come on now.
So,
and y'all had said what?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Wanda, what she say? She said, well, my husband is the best wife then.
Come on, Wanda. Shit.
Okay. So having said all that, darling, that there is where we are. So I wanted to bring that so that we can start to facilitate a conversation, because, see, we really must get this, because I'm looking at our young boys nowadays, because we're in the world now to where we got NFTs and I'm still telling you, we got Bitcoin, crypto, dollar. What we know to be the world is changing so rapidly, to where even the term masculinity or the word has got to have some kind of, it's got to have some tentacles to it, or some kind of root to where it branches out, because the world is coming into so many different ideas. And one of the things that I pride myself on was when I had to learn how to come out of the depression that I wasn't going to, I used to upset my father, and I had to understand that I was never going to have, his love the way I thought I was going to have it, to where I had to define manhood myself. I had to be my own man, whatever that looked like. Okay. And that had to be me. And once I became comfortable with who he is and who she can become and who it want to be, because I'm a he, she, it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm a he, she, it, we, they, us. Ha.
All of y'all.
All of it.
All of y'all.
All of it.
Okay, I believe in the song that I've been playing on repeat lately. I drink wine. Adele says, and I quote, I have to learn to get over myself and stop trying to be somebody else.
Come on.
Do you?
Do it, Deli.
And there you have it.
Look,
so we're gonna be revisiting.
That's it.
Okay, we're gonna be revisiting this conversation and things of that nature along the lines, honey. I hope I'm soon. I'm gonna bring my baby, honey, Miss April Mason. I'm gonna bring her back on the show, hopefully, because her new book is out, Identity Switch. Ooh. And I love her take on the feminine energy and understanding in the carry on, because I swear, honey, that girl there, she's on fire. And if you learn how to use it, baby, woo, it's fabulous. Look, okay.
Y'all see, after eat, listen, it's the wrap for me. Y'all see, I done put my hair up and think I'm putting going. Baby, I'm about to get my hair out here. Because for some reason, Meech think I'm going to get up there early in the morning on my own.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Because I got to meet them. We got to meet them, and I got to go to the store first, because I should have did it today, but I just did not feel like
the meeting start at 9 o'clock. What store you going to?
I got to go to Kroger.
Oh, Kroger. Oh, what they open at 8, right?
8. 7. No, Kroger open at 7. Walmart open at 8. Oh, okay. But we'll be over in there because I got to get a picture frame too.
Y'all listen, I told y'all that we serious about your community politics, your neighborhood politics. Yes. I listen to Meech and stuff so much. The other day out the blue, I just hit him up. I said, How many associations is it in College Park?
Right.
I didn't know which one he was on. I couldn't remember the name. But the first one he said, that was I hurried up and I did my membership. Naga was here the other day. I said last year I was going to join. I joined that damn too. You got to know what the hell's going on around you.
Right.
To make change.
In order to make change. And if you don't feel like you want to make change right away, at least get into the know. Educate yourself.
Right. To know,
educate yourself
you
to
can't
know
bitch
what
about
is
something
happening.
you don't know nothing about.
Amen.
Right.
You want to bitch about a law they passed, but your ass ain't go vote.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I'm gonna say this as we closing, because I know all of us are starting to sound like our parents now. Okay, because back in the day when all this
I'm looking like mine.
When all of us were young and life was still full of adventure and all of that, honey, we didn't know that these particular things mattered because it was a bigger picture. We had school politics and this, that, and the other that we got into. You had your social politics. She said this because y'all know we played the he said, she said game, honey, to get some shit right. If you gonna say it, you better say what I said right. We got all into that.
Say what I said, you better
now
word for word, bitch.
Take that onto the bigger platform. Because in order for us to make change in the community, for your children to get the proper education, to have the best schools, the best communities, to get the best kind of stuff, to be the best stores, the best this, you got to understand how your politics work. Listen, if y'all did not see my Big Meech moment on the new Dave Chappelle backlash that he got, I encourage you to go listen to that because he got into trouble. Well, not trouble, but they came against him because he was saying something about the economic development
where he lived,
and everybody's saying, "Oh, he's against affordable housing." No,
that was
and I
what he was saying
down about what that was because he said, "No, this thing may not be part of the community. It may not be right. It may not be the good fit here. But if y'all run through it and don't do what we supposed to let us look at this again and blah 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 blah." Then
I'm just trying to throw it in there, so like y'all trying to slide it in there.
I'm gonna take my deal off the table. So I encourage you, go listen to that because with what I was on with the Bible board here in College Park, I learned a few things and I broke some of that stuff down so y'all can understand why it is what it is. Because affordable housing, like you'll get somebody say we're gonna do affordable housing, but then they'll switch up and say, okay, we're gonna make this a multi-use facility. But what they'll do is they'll make a percentage of it affordable housing. And then the rest of it will become market rate and premium property. But then what happens is the damn market rate value goes up everywhere else. So if you're renting, your rent goes up and then they end up squeezing you out. So that's not affordable housing.
That's just more gentrification, honey.
It's more gentrification, and it becomes a program because affordable housing, they end up letting folks in Section 8 in there, but you only got 12 units.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you think of folks are trying to bid for those houses to get up in there, you have 12 units, but then you got 2,400 people trying to get it.
Yep.
And that ain't cool. That ain't cool.
Fair.
That ain't cool. Okay, what you say, Wana? I saw it. You broke it down. Much respect for Dave. Okay, thank you, baby. Okay, so on that note, honey, we're gonna let you guys get back in because, like I said, I got an early morning and things. So we'll reconvene at the next time, honey. So listen, you may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished and you've been dishing tea, darlings. With Big Meech and Aunt Nikki and the big guy ally down there. There's the big red fella and our special guest up in here, honey. That's the ebook from the Night Hawk Network, honey. Listen, sugar, listen. If you love us, honey, the way that you do, listen. Like, subscribe, share. Tell all of your friends, honey, to come like, subscribe, and share, okay? But if you hate us,
well,
you could tell all your motherfucking enemies to like, subscribe, and share, okay? Tell them to come out. Send them.
Unless they sharing them spams, y'all can stop sharing that. Thank you.
How about that?
Come on, Cletus.
And y'all, you Ukraine motherfuckers, y'all stay where y'all at too.
Okay.
You have been reported, you boss.
Okay. So yeah, so honey, listen, we love you. We thank you for letting us do what we do the way that we do, honey. But just remember, honey, that everything that we're doing over here, honey, everything that we're doing at Dishing Tea Entertainment, and Let's Talk Without Nick and Alo Nana, honey, at Atlanta Hot Radio, honey, and Royal Hair Extensions, over there at the Night Hot Network, honey, and everything else that may come under the umbrella of Through the Hardware, the Syndicate.
The Syndicate, honey.
Okay. Do know that everything that we are
Yes,
doing
brother.
in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion will move forward. Okay. Until the next time, my darling, you guys be safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of those who you love.
Wash your hands.
Okay. Wash your hands. Get your hands.
Wear your mask.
And wear
your mask.
Don't do it.
Wear
Don't do it.
your mask. Wear.
Your mask.
So you.
Please wear your mask. Wear your mask. It is very important for you to put on that mask. This not no joke, and this is not no rundown. Wear your mask. If you vaccinated or not, throw on that mask and stop lying, telling people you vaccinated and you know dang on well you ain't vaccinated. You over trying to get people sick. Stop lying, saints.
Hear the music.
Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. It is very important. Put on that mask. Put on that mask. Put on that mask. It is very important. And stop lying, telling people you vaccinated, and you know dang on well you ain't vaccinated. You over trying to get people sick. Trying to get people sick. You over trying to get people sick. People sick. People sick. You over trying to get people sick. Trying to get people sick. You over trying to get people sick. People sick. People sick. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. I'm a key baby. I'm a key baby.
I
Tell the people you vaccinated.
Okay. So you know what?
No, my thing about the dog. I go put it in the
And darlings, scene.